Started. I'm going to turn the stream on now. I'm going to read out this little vignette for you guys as a bit of a prelude. This is just some artwork here of like the Githyanki attack. So we'll get into your characters' stories and whatnot fairly soon after we start here. You can actually read this this prelude in the campaign's introduction. I must, for myself, examine the reasons I left the comfort of my hometown to travel to Olbar. Delegates from the north came from its furthest reaches for an important council meeting among lords, the topic of which would lead to the expansion of the southeast. Perhaps I found myself there for political interest, perhaps for grandeur, perhaps as a proving ground. Everything changed that day. Ships that sail the sky descended down from the heavens. Bloodthirsty warriors who live only for war cut down countless soldiers and adventurers alike. They only had one true motivation: self-preservation. A seemingly strange ideal for one who does not age or fear death. But now, as I sit here, I will meet my maker. I see now with much resolve that perhaps my reasons will not be found within myself. It is amazing to see what difference that only a few can make against so many, and in the midst of such terrible circumstances. Alright, you guys have been captured. Chapter 1 is called Thrall. You find yourselves captive. Many friends, or even your family, may have been killed or displaced. As you lie there, stripped of your equipment, you may ponder in your minds a possible escape. Though looking out over the ship's deck and beyond, where you would expect to see blue oceans, you see instead an endless silver sea. Soft grey clouds move slowly in the distance while strange dark streaks twist violently in the sky, anchored in ends to distances that you cannot simply perceive. As you glance over the edge to see what may be supporting this foreign-looking vessel, you draw in a sudden breath. Your lungs fill with something sweet, and perhaps a little more solid than air. Instead of gagging or drowning, you seem perfectly acclimated to it, and an electric thrill races through your limbs as you find yourself mesmerized by the simple act of respiration. So, you guys have been captured by Githyanki. Wherever you were at the time of this happening, you found floating ships teleporting above you. Green-skinned warriors dressed in plate mail, carrying great swords, some with long swords, their armor studded with a myriad of gems. Some sling spells, others use their blades to cut down your accomplices, your family.
anyone who resists. Unfortunately for you all, you did not meet a sweet death. Instead, you were captured. I'll give you guys a handout of Githyanki, what they look like. They're yellow-skinned creatures, pointed ears, flattish noses, very alien-like. They're a warrior race.
Sure.
And they come in leagues of hundreds. So you'll have a very different backstory, a very different situation that was coming about before you got here. You find yourself on the deck of a ship. Although the world around you is foreign, it is this strange swirling sea. The ship itself seems very normal, what you'd expect in a sailing ship. The last thing some of you remember seeing was a gout of flame come out of a red dragon's mouth as a Githyanki is mounted on the back. You see nothing but the astral sea around you in every direction. The astral plane is a strange place. As you look around, you see each other. All strangers. Let's first start off with a physical description of everyone's character, so we can grasp what we're looking at. And we'll start with Olakan. Olakan? Olakan.
How are you going to say it? Because you're going to be the one that says it.
How's it pronounced?
How you just said it.
Olakan. Go ahead and
you said it two different ways, so could have been either one. I don't care.
Describe your character. Good artwork, by the way.
Thank you. I actually hand drew that just before the session started.
Nice.
And man, if I drew, it would just be stick figures with a hat. And so he's an elf. He's got really long, dark hair, and it looks like he's got yellow eyes, maybe like a yellow-green eyes. He looks like he's pondering, but I'm pretty sure he just doesn't know what's going on. And he's about 6 feet tall, and he's the dashingly better-looking of the brothers.
Says you.
Alrighty. And Rin.
Aetherin goes by Rin. He's also about 6 foot tall, but he's a half elf. He's kind of got paler skin, also long black hair. Looks similar to Alakan, but a little rougher, like in his features. You can definitely tell that they're brothers, but one's the elf and one's a half elf. So half brothers, I guess.
Right. And Mathfan.
Mathfan is the Dalkin. He's from a different world, a different realm altogether. He has blue skin, as you can see. His eyes are violet. He looks like a scholar. He's very tall, 6'4", but really skinny, 155 pounds only. And everything about him would indicate that he's a scholar. He's not really much of a fighter, but you can tell that he's very knowledgeable about this realm, and he knows a little bit more than he's supposed to.
Good.
And Colin.
Cullen is a short human, actually, often mistaken for a dwarf because he looks like one. That's a good way to set him off. He's very dirty. He's very disheveled. He looks like the type of person who would beautifully on this ship right here if it were sailing in the ocean. such, he's a little bewildered. He's got piercings all over his body, including his face. Right now, he's standing around looking wide-eyed.
And as you look around, you see a few other people on the deck of this ship. Firstly, there is a male human. He's about 5 feet tall. He has brownish-looking, scraggly hair. You would almost say it's dreadlocked. He wears nothing but a loincloth around his waist, bare chest, covered in dirt. He looks very muscular, and he looks very confused and scared. You also see a male human. He looks like a farmer or something. He wears a brown hat, got a pipe sticking out of his mouth, and he holds a woman who is just sort of clinging to his side. She wears a cowl over her head, and she looks distraught. She's whimpering. As you look up to the front of the ship, you see your captor, Githyanki, piloting this skiff. And you guys aren't chained or bound in any way. This is your captor. So this guy here, the farmer, he's holding what you would assume is his wife. She is whimpering, and he's trying to comfort her.
It's okay, Patch. We'll get out of here.
He looks around to see all of you. Meanwhile, the loinclothed human, the dirty male human, the one that's covered in mud, he just makes strange noises. And he sort of skittles backwards. He moves on all fours, like an ape. This farmer looks at you all.
Please, tell me what's going on. Who are you people? My head hurts. I don't remember getting here. My name's Harold. Please. Who are you people? Who are you?
And now's a good time for you guys to introduce your characters to one another. We'll start off with Olacan. You can say your whole backstory or a few words or summarize your character in some way.
Okay. He was an elf, and his mother had a half-elf son. That's when his parents met, and then he was born not long ago. And then growing up, he was became an academic and a researcher in his mid-teens. He likes to spend his spare time getting in trouble with his brother. And to help him get out of trouble, he used his research knowledge and access to many books and tomes to teach himself skills that his father would have considered too rogue for an elf of his heritage. And he's probably gonna enjoy getting out of this one.
Alright, do you have an idea of where you would have come from or lived, or it could be anywhere, on any plane, any campaign setting?
No, but you could ask my brother. He might know. He had more of the story he built. Ty had it better than I did, so.
Alright, we'll come back to you then, and we'll when we work Rin's character sort of into this story. So, Rin.
Alright, so, Aethrin Hollinorn, son of Solana Hollinorn. I grew up not knowing my real father, but it's a blessing. Blessing in disguise. I met the man I actually call father when I was 10, and well, not long after, my brother Ollie here was born, and well, we've been inseparable ever since. His father and my stepfather, he taught me a little bit of the moon elf martial arts, and well, we were heading on an adventure from our hometown and Neverwinter, and well, this isn't necessarily the adventure that we expected.
Alright, so Neverwinter in this current timeline is not doing so well. It is still reeling from the eruption of Mount Hote now, a volcano that erupted and destroyed most of the city, leaving a tremendous scar across the streets. The Lord Neverember, he has requested that delegates travel to Allbar. It's a small town in southeastern Faerun that is having a council meeting with some very high-ranked representatives from some of the largest cities in Faerun and the region in order to expand the southeast. The Sword Coast itself is very heavily populated, but they've been finding that there are many precious resources that can be mined around the mountains in that region, Sunset Mountain to the south, so on and so forth, and they wish to expand it as a trade hub. And there were a lot of important delegates at this meeting, and I would say that Olakan and Rin were elected to go and represent Wood Elves and perhaps Neverwinter itself, if you so choose, to try and have a say in what is going to happen with this expansion. The elves of the High Forest, even though it's quite a distance from Ulbar, they really don't sort of agree with this notion. I'll actually give you guys got a map of the north here. So here's Ulbar. Neverwinter is over here. It's quite a distance. There is a lot of mountain ranges around, and although the High Moor is a pretty unhospitable place, these leaders have seen potential for expansion around this area. Perhaps you may have gone to actually vouch to cease the expansion, because it would result in cutting down many trees around the Southwood and the High Forest. Did you have any sort of idea what you guys would have wanted to head there for? To either promote the expansion of this area or prevent it? Do you care about the High Forest? It's where all the High Elves live.
Well, we're High Elf.
Yeah.
Probably promoted that.
Oh, sorry, Wood Elves live there, but High
Elves, we don't
Elves,
talk to those people.
High Elves could live in there as well. There are said to be like enchanted elven kingdoms hidden in demi-planes, pocket dimensions within the High Forest.
Probably exploring, trying to find hidden kingdoms.
Yeah. That sounds cool.
Okay. Alright, so you weren't even going to Ulbar then. You were just exploring the area, trying to find hidden kingdoms. And you would have seen the Githyanki skiv ships come down from the sky. And do you think you would have tried to run from them or confront them? They're obviously launching an attack.
Well, Rin probably would have confronted him. That's just the kind of guy he is. So.
Yeah, if he's fighting him, I'm fighting him. If he's running, I'll be ahead of him.
Right, you saw red dragons flying about and these skiv ships descending down upon Ulbar and the settlements around, perhaps raiding the High Forest, and upon confronting them, unfortunately, you guys were defeated quite easily, captured. Meanwhile, Ulbar was completely besieged and burnt to the ground. Right, so you guys were unlucky. You did not get captured by this Githyanki. You don't know how you got into his presence. You've just sort of woken up here. You're probably a bit sore, but you're relatively healthy and okay.
All right.
So, Math Fan, would you like to introduce your character?
Absolutely. So Madman, like, it's from the amazing city of Ravnica in a different world. You probably never heard of it. It's in a completely different realm from Ferrum. He's a scholar. From the moment he was born, he was driven to study in the places of knowledges of Ravnica, College of Lords, libraries, etc. He has tried multiple times to live a different life other than the life of a scholar, but there is a strange feeling within him that keeps pushing him towards learning more and more, and he cannot escape that destiny, it seems. One night he found himself wandering around the streets of Ravnica, not entirely on his own volition, and he came across a secret organization that told him about the existence of other planes, specifically about the warrior race, the Githyanki, the astral plane, and a little bit about their history and who they were and what their purpose was. He didn't believe it that much, but being very curious and wanting to learn more about everything, he read the books, learned the story, and until one day he woke up in the middle of the night again. Something was guiding him. He doesn't know what it is. He started walking a long time, multiple days, towards a destination. He didn't really know what it was or where he was heading. And it turned out to be another village, not the same village that that was described. It's a different village in Ravnica. Over there, as soon as he got there, the portal opened, the chips appeared on the sky, and he got captured. And again, there's something guiding him, so he doesn't know. He was probably the first prisoner on this boat. He was already here by the time that you guys got captured. Since that was the first stop in their journey, I guess.
All right, you give me an insight check, Fan, please.
Okay.
Right.
All right, you found yourself captured, stripped of your gear, but not bound, and you've just been on the deck of this ship. When you woke up, you're knocked unconscious, and you woke up on the deck of the ship. You're the only one here, and you saw similar ships, hundreds of them, with multiple Githyanki, entire armies on some of these larger ships, and another larger ship sort of flew close to this one, and you don't really get a sense of you're moving in a particular direction, more just drifting in an endless sea. And some other Githyanki, similar creatures to your captor, boarded his ship, and they were talking. You can understand Gith.
Yep.
So these other Githyanki, they wear heavy silver plate mail, carry large silver greatswords. They have dozens of studded gems embedded in their armor, and they seem like really formidable, noble, or maybe not noble, but very knightly looking Githyanki, while your captor, he's a bit more disheveled. He wears half plate, and he has a bit of a he's not really that stoic. He seems more of a very he uses a lot of body language when he speaks. You would say is different than your typical Gith. Not as, doesn't look like he's had like formal training like these other knights, and you couldn't make out what they were saying because you were sort of just slipping in and out of consciousness from being badly concussed, and obviously the Your senses were being overloaded by the astral plane, and they were a little bit of a distance away from you, but you could read their body language and get a gist of what was happening. And it didn't look like your captor was very well respected by other Githyanki, and they almost sort of patronized him for what you could tell, and dropped off some other captives. From what you could tell, like these captives were basically prisoners that the other Githyanki didn't want, and that's probably like most of you guys.
So let me ask you a question. The handout that you gave us at the beginning with the backstory of the Githyanki, can we assume that my character would know that story, or is
Sure.
there anything in there that? So basically, whatever you wrote in that initial.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're.
So I would recognize the knights as the knights of the queen.
Yes, you would.
Okay.
Being a knowledge domain cleric and being a scholar and a far traveler, you would know about all that. You know about the Githyanki and the Githzerai as well, and the alliance that Githyanki have with red dragons, and how they're a warrior race.
So this guy's not a knight.
Yes, he's not a knight. He's very flamboyant, actually. Not your typical Githyanki. And you haven't, like, you guys have only just sort of, you've been conscious for a little bit, Math, and then you saw, these other prisoners basically just dropped onto the deck of the ship. So, Colin.
Yes. Colin likes to brag that he's never spent a single night on land. You don't know if that's true or not. He's a short man, very unkempt, kind of like the jackanapes you would call the guy running around on all fours. Habit of degrading into sailor speak, if you will. So sometimes you may not catch his drift. He does carry a, well, large compared to his stature, a large hammer, if those have not been taken from us, and on his shield is emblazoned with the 3 lightning bolts descending from it, which is a symbol of the god that he has sworn uphold, whose name is Valkyr.
All right.
He's spent his time all of his life on ships. He does not know his parents. He was adopted by a crew, quote unquote, naming day, where he pledged his life to Valkyr. He became kind of a guard slash helper, traveling the seas carrying precious cargo. And he was on one of those ships when up and ships came from above.
All right. Yes, there was a mass attack, and it was just pure happenstance that you guys were come upon. The ships were simply passing by and spotted your vessel and decided to raid it. Dragonfire can really destroy a ship quite quickly. So most of your colleagues, not colleagues, the mates of the ship, and any swashbucklers, captains, the captain, the quartermaster, you would have seen them raised with dragonfire, Colin. People dived off into the ocean to put themselves out as their flesh was being melted away, and those who weren't burned alive were either cut down or drowned due to the wreck of the ship, basically just submersing them, kept keeping them submersed in the water until they drowned. It was horrible. The entire ship was destroyed. You were one of the unfortunate ones that were actually captured. You were knocked unconscious with a swift pommel to the face. And you've just woken up here. Harold, also speaks a little bit about himself.
I don't know much about none of that. You see, I'm just a farmer. This is me wife, Madge. We were just tending to our fields, and them horrible creatures, them aliens, they came down and burned everything. My children were playing in the barn.
And at that stage, he becomes pretty inconsolable. He just breaks down and cries. And his whimpering is quite quickly interrupted by Vendellen. He just lets go of the wheel. It's like a ship's wheel. It's just swaying back and forth. You can still feel this sort of strange astral sea flowing through you. You don't feel hungry, but you're probably not thinking about food at the moment anyway. Vendellen grabs onto the railing of the ship, jumps over. There is 2 raised sections of the deck of the ship to the north and to the south. Stairs lead up to a wooden deck. You can see ballistae mounted on the front of the ship, and towards the rear there is rigging, but no sails. It looks like it's just sort of fashioned after a traditional sailing ship, but doesn't seem to have the need to rely on wind to sail here. The source of what's powering this ship is seemingly unknown. There are stairs also leading down to below deck, and you can just sort of hear the creaks of the wood churning as it flows through this astral sea, and you see nothing but pinks and purples and blues around you in every direction. And this Gith starts just yelling at you all. And you can understand him, Math. He's saying, shut up, telling everyone to be quiet.
I will try to translate for the group.
He looks at all of you, and he casts a spell on himself, and suddenly his words come to you in your native language, whatever language you'd use first, whether it be Elven, Common, or a different language.
Wait! Here!
And he gets up really close to this farmer, face to face. You can see this sort of serious demeanor about Vendellen. He looks angry, monstrous. He wears some silver armor, but only patches of it. One shoulder pad, some heavy armor covering half of his side, some greaves, half plate. And he has a long sword sheathed by his side. He looks combat ready. He has braids and beads surrounding those braids, earrings, and a few gems studded into his armor. He sort of saunters down beneath the deck of the ship. And the second that happens, Harold just confronts you all.
We must do something. We must escape now. How do we get out of here?
We don't really know where we are. I turn to Colin. I ask him, do you know how to fly or sail this ship?
No. I ain't no scrub, matey. When it comes to flying the air, it's just the rest of you landlubbers. To take a look around and see if I can see anything, but that's about it. Oh, we are.
Do we have weapons or armor with us?
No, you've been accosted of any equipment. You don't have to like cross it off your character sheet or anything, but you've had it stripped from you.
Okay.
When you look out, you just see this in every direction.
Yep.
You hear the wood creak as Vandellan's greaves scrape against the side of the ship, and he makes his way up. He's carrying like a heap of backpacks. He just starts throwing them at all of you. Yeah! Throws them down in a big pile. And then he goes back downstairs. Comes up a moment later with suits of armor and weapons. It's all of your gear. Put it on!
Okay.
Whoa. Okay, I guess we can do that. And I'll grab my stuff.
He just
same here.
gazes at you all. And he has like a large bone. It looks like the bone of a bugbear's leg or something. It's massive. And he throws it at the primitive looking man. He grabs it and then sort of backs up into the corner. And then he's just got like a pitchfork. And he throws it at this man, and they don't have much. And then he just hands the area, scrutinizing each and every one of you. He shakes his head. No good. No good! Line up! Come before me! And the Harold, he like looks at you guys and sort of has a chance to whisper, 7 of us and 1 of him. On my lead.
I would call out to Harold. Sir, that's probably not the best of ideas.
Shut up, all of you. Over to the starboard.
And he instructs everyone to go towards the side of the ship. Everyone does it reluctantly. Madge stays close to Harold. Even the primitive man sort of seems to understand what's happening, and he hovels on over. As you go behind him, Olakan, he draws his long sword and like points it at you.
Get to the back of the line. No cutting in.
And he just shakes his head again.
Useless. Useless. All of you.
And he just like grabs Harold and just throws him off the side of the ship. And you see Harold just like flailing his arms and legs about, and the ship just goes straight past him. He is just gone, and Madge is distraught. She just screams, "Harold! Harold! Shut up!" He grabs her by the neck and just throws her overboard as well.
What are you doing?
Useless. No good. Faulty cargo.
Corny faced Adam Pate. You better treat the rest of us with more respect.
Shut up. I'm giving you respect. You'll die with your arms in armor, like a dignified warrior. Next.
Stop. Why are you doing this?
'Cause you're all
I'm gonna-
faulty.
I'm gonna speak in Gith to him.
Alright, he looks
Stopped right now.
a little bit surprised. And then
Where are we going and where are you doing this?
he points his longsword at you, Matt.
You, Blueskin. Come before me. How
I'm not gonna be on the edge.
dare you speak my tongue?
It was talk to me.
He like puts the longsword like right at your chest.
I'll teach you for speaking our tongue. That language is sacred. And for this, you'll die a long, slow.
I'm gonna fight back if he comes to that.
He gets interrupted. He doesn't. He just stops right there,
And
and he quickly like flicks his head like up to the side.
down now, everyone! Below deck!
And he runs below deck. Olagan, you run below deck.
Well, if all the guns are running down there, I'll follow them.
I'm gonna try to look around to see what caused that distraction.
Okay. You can do that. So we'll get back to you then, Matt.
But I'm not gonna stay too long. I'm just kind of like trying to see really quick what it was.
Of course. All right. As you look around, Math. All right, Colin, you run downstairs. You see the primitive man like looking around, very confused, like he didn't really understand what's happening. And you just see nothing. What do you do?
I go downstairs.
All right, you go down, and Van Dellen looks around at your down below ship, below deck. It's what you'd expect in a sailing ship. There are hammocks lining the northern wall. There's a sea chest in between the hammocks. There's a wooden table and some chairs. Some strange looking objects. Some sort of roots or plants on the table. There are small wooden rowboats against the walls. The purpose of them is not apparent. There are some crates and barrels and other provisions stacked up against the walls. There is a wooden trapdoor in the ground leading even further into the hull. And you see some sort of room off to the south, another chamber. You would presume it's Van Dellen's quarters. He sort of looks around at all of you.
1, 2, 3. Where's the other one?
Ollie, come.
His funeral.
And then everyone make a strength save.
That's a great
wow.
start.
I'm surprised I might roll.
Alright, something impacts the ship, and Rin, you're knocked prone. Very, very violently, like you're being thrown through the air. Math, you manage to maintain your footing. Olacan, you're knocked over. And Colin, you're knocked to the ground. Van Dellen has braced himself, and he'll make his strength save as well. He'll do it with advantage. He was sort of pretty aware of what was going to happen here. Oh, I have his sheet on Whisper. He gets a 19 on his strength save, and he just like holds on to this wooden support beam.
What was that?
Psychic wins. happens every now and again. Damn it. We're off course now. We're set to arrive in Tunarath soon. 4 hours. Get back up!
You didn't really have to tell me to. I was going to do that anyway. And I'll stand up.
I mean up! Back on the deck. I'm not done with you all yet.
So are you going to throw us off too?
Don't question me, boy. I've lived 100 of your lifetimes. I'm in charge here. Get back out onto the deck.
Are there any other guards, or is only him?
Only him.
Hmm.
Defective cargo. Up, up!
I'm gonna whisper to people around me and say, I believe that it's time to fight for life.
Yes, I believe you may be right. Might not be a bad idea to do it on the upper deck, though. Might be able to push him over if we're lucky. And I'll go up.
I'll go up as well.
Oh, poor dude.
You go up above deck and you see this primitive man. He is like just shredded apart. He is like ripped into chunks and just splashed across the deck of the ship.
Ow.
No one saved him.
Oh, Cap.
I didn't think to grab him on the way down.
Huh. Damn it.
Van Dellen sees,
What a mess.
and he just like starts picking up pieces of him and throwing him overboard.
Well, don't just stand there, help me.
Hey. Hey, look here, you scallywag. You're the one who brought us here. You pick up the shit yourself.
Wait. That wind. Incoming. Prepare yourselves. Incoming!
And suddenly, these strange creatures just fly out of nowhere, and they just are thrown onto the deck of the ship. 4 of them.
Ooh.
Ugly bastards.
Van Dellen draws his sword. These creatures are truly hideous. They look insectoid. They have these strange sort of brownish wings, beady insect-like eyes. They have a set of mandibles like a spider, lined with little jagged teeth, and underneath that they seem to have like a neck that opens up, sprouting these 6 disgusting, writhing, suckered tentacles. And around their chest area, they're sort of humanoid in shape. They have like just a series of all these little eyeballs just blinking and looking around, and the body of the creature, like the legs are sort of just tentacled, and Van Dellen just draws his sword.
Looks like we've got some fun. Defend yourselves.
Ouch.
Oh, yay. I rolled a 5. Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'm not used to going first in any of Seb's campaigns. This is interesting. Alright, Ren will rush forward, draw his short sword, and take a swipe at the one right in front of him.
That's a good start. It's a crit for 10 points of damage. You stab the blade into the creature.
And as I pull the short sword out, I'll come up with my other hand with like a palm strike, my bonus action.
A 10 misses.
Okay. And That's all I'm doing.
Alright, this creature makes this strange fluting noise. And it opens up like these tentacles like in its chest cavity. And it reveals all of these writhing razor sharp teeth. And it tries to bite you, Rin.
Good lord. It does.
Alright. You're hit for 8 piercing damage. Give me a wisdom
terrible.
save. You resist the effects as it goes to drive you into madness. This strange creature does the same thing to you, Colin. Jumps at you, unleashing these tentacles. And it misses.
And it misses. Woohoo!
This one also goes for you, Colin. It hits.
That hit.
Give me a wisdom save.
Okay. Ugh.
You resist the effects of its strange appearance, but the teeth still stab into you for 8 piercing damage.
I'm gonna thunderously rebuke him.
Okay.
I don't have my macro set up. Wait,
Is it 2d8?
yeah, I do.
2d8 lightning or thunder, I think. Alright. Suddenly, this little cloud opens up through the astral plane and a lightning bolt just strikes the star spawn, hitting it for 9 points of either lightning or thunder damage. I presume lightning?
Yes.
Alright, lightning bolt strikes the star spawn grew and this little smoldering flame starts working its way onto the groove, like burning some of its wings.
Okay. Then I forgot. I gotta do this. Oh, that wasn't my deck. Ha.
All it can.
I'll just attack the guy right beside.
You swing at it, but you miss. Math.
What's the distance per square?
5 feet.
5 feet. So I'm assuming I can get here.
As you go to move, Mathman, something very strange happens. You don't move in the sense that you use your legs or muscles. It's more like you think it and it happens. Your speed is equal to 3 times your intelligence score, and you can fly while you're in the astral plane. You don't rely on traditional movement.
Oh wow. So I'm gonna fly over here and I'm gonna touch Ren and cast Cure Wounds. Whoa, Maximum.
Pool. Yeah.
Right.
Good heal.
And
Ren turns and gives you a good thumbs up.
then I'm gonna fly up away from the creatures and land over here.
Okay.
It's my turn.
You find it a very strange sensation as you just float through the astral plane. Alright, Vandellen, he has the longsword in one hand and he draws a rapier in the other, going into like a 2-weapon fighting stance. He steps here, kicks away some of the chunks of this dead person, and he comes in with his dagger at the Gru. He stabs it for 6 points of damage. And he attacks again. He drives the dagger into its skull. It writhes. Its tentacles flutter about. And then he just, with the dagger still like embedded into his skull, he just rips it off the side of the deck. And it just is taken like at an alarming speed, like away. He doesn't even use the longsword, he just stands there in a bit of a defensive manner. Ha!
Perhaps you are useful after all.
As he looks at you, Rin. This thing leaps onto the stairs at you, Olacan, opening up its chest cavity and trying to bite you. It hits. Make a wisdom save.
I'm probably passing that one.
Alright, you are bit for 7 points of piercing damage. And it just sort of, it really displaces you, Olacan. Your mind is hit with these unfathomable images, and any attacks on you will have advantage as you're somewhat displaced until your next turn. Colin.
I'll attack this one. Or attempt to.
That hits. You just crush its skull with your warhammer, and the creature just was flattened on the deck of the ship.
And for my bonus action, I will cast Healing Word on myself. Oh, I do. Nice.
Wrong one.
Plus 5.
You did Thunderwave.
Oh, crap. Oh, I forgot to. My macro must be set up wrong. Just. There we go.
Alright, don't forget to give yourself the spell slot back as well. Rin.
Alright, Rin will grab his brother and pull him back 1 square.
Alright, that would be a grapple. No, we'll take your action.
Yeah, I understand. I'll do that, and then I'll run in front and just take a stance, getting ready. That's my turn.
Alright, the Gru keeps trying to basically swallow you, Colin. And it hits
That hits.
for 6 piercing damage. Give me a wisdom save.
Okay. God, how do
You're
I
also
fail something I'm
displaced.
proficient in?
And it sends you into a bit of a daze as you let your guard down, Colin.
Does it? Do I still get to thunderously rebuke him, or?
Yeah, you've got your reaction
Yeah.
back.
So.
You've got, how many channel divinities do you get? 2? That's a
Got
cleric?
3.
Alright. Alrighty. Is it lightning or thunder?
Lightning again.
Alright, again,
Same
another
thing.
lightning bolt just strikes the Gru. It managed to dodge the majority of it as it hits the deck of the ship and rains a scorch mark onto it, but the actual Gru is hit for 4 damage.
Ouch. Okay.
Olacan.
Well, I'll go here. on.
It's a miss.
Yeah.
Math.
Okay. Gonna wait on the hills, guys. So I'm gonna shoot this one with the crossbow.
It hits. 5
For
piercing
5
damage.
piercing damage. And I'm gonna stay where I am.
Van Dalen sees you quite badly injured, Colin. Doesn't seem to care too much.
Huh? Think of this as your test. If you don't die now, you may have some sort of use for me.
And he is going to cast Fairy Fire on this one. He makes it yellow. The groove fails, and this translucent yellow light, it's a beacon, giving all attacks on it advantage. The Gru doesn't seem to really even acknowledge this happening, and just tries to bite Rin. Miss. Oh,
Okay, I will heal myself again with my bonus action, and then I will attack.
that hits for 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
And that will be
Rin.
Die, you monster! Short sword.
21 hits. You stab it for 8 points.
And then I'll come around with a roundhouse kick. Oh, come on.
It's
nice.
a miss.
That's all I got.
Alright. You're, the confounding bite is sort of worn off on you, Colin, and you got your defenses back up, and it comes at you trying to bite you again, but misses. All it can. You hit it with a rapier for 7 points of damage with a sneak attack. Math.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot this one with the crossbow.
It's a
Yeah,
crit.
you do.
24. Damn.
The bolt just goes straight into its beady eyeball, and the Gru just whips its head back, and its tentacles flail in the air. And then it just sort of tumbles down the steps.
Okay, so I'm gonna move over here and end my turn.
Vendellen notes that.
Not bad.
Sort of mutters.
Well, we're done here.
And he just sort of does a bit of a sideways acrobatic flip over towards the Gru. He lands perfectly. Slides. Whoops, I didn't mean to click longbow. Alright. He misses with his first dagger attack with an astral 1. And then as the Starspawn Gru sort of reels up, the ship is hit. Vendellen's sort of thrown forward, but he's thrown like into the Starspawn. The dagger just sinks into its skull, and then he just like pushes it overboard.
Oh, we survive!
You know, that is the first fight I've ever fought at first level.
Wow.
You always join these campaigns. It's at 5 or 6 or something.
Yeah.
It was
Rather
weird.
harrowing.
Yeah.
Olakena, are you okay?
Well, I'm still alive. Still breathing.
Well, there's that at least.
Clean up this mess.
And Dylan just keeps picking up these chunks and throwing them overboard. Like just another day.
Just, you swabbed that deck yourself.
I'm gonna step to the body and inspect it, try to see what it is, if there's anything useful that I can learn.
Make a Arcana check.
Arcana?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Okay.
Oh, I could have done that. Crap.
Alright. It's a very strange creature, Math, and you don't recall like reading about this in any book. You have a feeling that it comes from the Far Realm, which is a dark dimension that doesn't follow the same fundamentals of physics, and it's full of terrifying things that will send any person insane. Their minds can't comprehend the Far Realm. This is a result. I think this is a creature that comes from there. There are astral color pools all throughout the astral plane, like a wormhole or a portal, of a different shimmering color that could lead into any other dimension, including the Far Realm. I think some of these may have been floating through the astral plane for maybe a long time or maybe a short time, and were brought onto the ship with this psychic wind, which is a phenomenon that also happens in the astral plane randomly and can have varying effects. It can also send someone insane, or it can knock a ship off course, or it can shred a body into pieces if you're exposed to it, such as what happened to this poor soul. As far as looking at the creature itself, it has tentacles. You can't imagine that they're much use though. Maybe you could eat it, although you don't feel hungry.
I look repulsed.
When you speak to Van Dellen like that, Colin, he still has his weapons in his hands, but he sort of puts them behind his back as he leans in and sneers at you.
I like you. Now clean up. Or otherwise, we'll be throwing you off the deck as well. In pieces.
What do you say, Colin? Are you there? Or do you go AFK? Alright, he must have gone AFK. So I'll just presume he just does it.
Doesn't say much.
He just doesn't say much, it just quietly cleans up. So Rin and Olican, you see this one body that sort of tumbled down into the ship's hull, or the quarterdeck.
I would have grabbed it and thrown it over.
And you just heave it over, and this trail of sort of strange yellowish ooze just flings by it, and within an instant, it's like out of sight.
What a mess. Into the quarterdeck, all of you, now.
Sure.
Why not? Yeah.
Yep.
And back down you go. Did you want to like take a tentacle or something, Math, as well?
Yes, I would take them, kind of like for experiments, I guess.
Okay. star spawn tentacle. It doesn't require any ability check, you just slice it off.
Okay.
You don't really know if it has any particular use. Maybe. Alright, you're down in the quarterdeck now. Vandalen looks like he's thinking on something. He's just making this weird sort of noise as he thinks.
Okay.
He opens up the trapdoor, rips it open, and reveals a set of wooden stairs leading down into the hull of the ship.
Down.
What's down there?
Go down and find out.
Oh,
He
I guess.
He just
Okay.
like grabs you, Rin, and just like shoves you down there.
Well, I was just gonna go ahead and walk down.
He pushes you down then, even if you,
Oh,
you
there's
comply.
no need for that, sir.
Shut up. Down.
And then he
Okay,
like just
okay.
anyone who's not moving, he's just grabbing him and just like pushing you down, like, very rough.
Okay.
I'm gonna just grab your tokens and move you down to the hull, the hold of the ship.
Okay. I can't see anything because I don't have dark vision, but I will cast the light cantrip on myself.
Okay. Vandalen actually does the same thing. He casts the light cantrip on his dagger as he comes down and you head into the darkness.
So would I.
Okay. Let me sort out your light sources. Alright, I'll just read out a little bit more of stuff here. It's sort of like, that was like the intro. This is sort of the start of the first chapter now. You have been captured. You have little time to bask in the amazement bestowed upon you as you gaze out upon the endless sea of the astral plane. Vandalen, your captor, is quite rough as he pushes you down the wooden stairs before arriving in the hull of the ship. Although the skiff flies through the astral sea, it seems to be made mostly of wood. Rows of planks lie vertical to form floor and roof walls. It has segregated many of the areas in the hull, and supplies and equipment are strewn lazily about. Vandalen, the Githyanki, doesn't look any of you in the eye, as if he's lost in thought, and he turns to make his way back up to the deck. Before he gets out of sight, his head turns again to address you all. His yellow skin lends to his alien appearance as his long black braided hair bounces around with the motion of his head. You see he's dressed rather flamboyantly compared to the Githyanki warriors or knights that you may have seen in the attack. He's moderately armored and seems to always have his daggers and longsword at arm's length.
It's messy down here. You can clean it up for your first task, slaves. Prove to me your worth, or I'll toss you overboard into the jaws of something far more foul than the inside of this ship.
With that, he heads up the stairs, slamming a large wooden door behind him as you hear the muffled sound of a padlock clicking behind it.
Well, that's unfortunate. I suppose that the first thing to do is to explore a little bit and see what we can find down here.
Okay. I'm gonna take 10 minutes and cast detect magic on the tentacle as a ritual.
Okay. Math lays down a ritual map, begins preparing the spell immediately. As you gaze around at your surroundings, coming down this set of creaking wooden stairs, you arrive at the ship's stern. The interior surprisingly looks identical to a seagoing vessel hold. Against the western wall, many barrels are lackadaisically secured with frayed, rotting wooden rope, and 2 hammocks on the port and starboard sides of the ship hang from wooden beams supporting the ceiling. Another larger circular wooden beam also adds more support to the ship's deck overhead. A few empty barrels and a crate lie against the northern wall, and a wooden chest lies nestled nearby. Another wooden chest, similar in design, albeit a bit smaller, is tucked next to the south wall in the corner. There are 2 small hallways leading east, further into the ship's hull.
And the chests are not open at the moment.
Both are closed.
Both closed. Well, brother, while this man here is concentrating on his spell, what do you say to looking inside these chests? There might be something useful.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea.
Is the I'm gonna look at the chest that I'm beside. Is it locked?
It looks locked. It's a large sea chest, reinforced with iron bands.
Do your magic, brother.
What is it? These tools are dex or
Thieves' tools.
What? Yeah, but they're dex based, right?
Yes. You
Come on.
try the lock, and you can't get it.
Well, that's unfortunate. Usually you're better at that.
While you guys mess around with that, what are you doing, Colin?
I'm gonna explore this other side.
Okay. Alright, you move
See
into
what I
the
can
hull,
see.
and you can see several rooms have been built into the ship's hull. All have wooden doors, a few of them hanging open. You can hear an urgent scurrying sound in several of the rooms, to the north and to the south as you enter. There is a large wooden beam further supporting the bow section of the ship, and a lantern with a seemingly magical flame doing a poor job of illuminating the area. You also hear this
Coming from
one of the rooms over
which
here.
doorway? So I'm gonna go poke my head into a doorway.
Okay,
It's making the sound.
which one? Alright, the one that's making the sound.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
Which
you,
one was that?
Next one.
Oh, okay.
Alright, the door's not locked, and I'll just move you up. You push open the door, and there is a 20 by 10 foot room containing a pile of hay and a long water trough. It smells of manure and farm animal, and there's a large beast with white skin and black spots. It lets out a loud noise.
Ooh.
It's a cow.
Okay. Nice. A cow.
Boss fight.
Alright, your ritual's done now, Math, and suddenly you can detect the arcane weave as it ebbs and flows around you. You get a strange sensation just from being in the astral plane, as if the arcane weave is somehow affected, but you're not detecting any magic from the tentacle.
And there's nothing around me that is magical, other than my companions, I guess.
You're not sensing any other magic.
You don't see any magic on Rin.
So I'm just gonna walk around for the 10 minutes that the spell lasts, and just gonna see if I detect anything magical.
Alright. Actually, you did get something, Math. A very faint, very faint magical aura coming from the large sea chest that Holocan's trying to open.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back there.
Hmm.
And I told the party, I detect something magical inside the chest. Did you try to open it?
Yeah, we tried when you were concentrating there, and well, we were unable to open it.
Do you mind trying again? And this time I'm gonna cast guidance on whoever is trying.
I think the only one proficient is Holocan, and he's already failed.
Okay.
He won't be able to. He can't do it.
Do you want to break the chest?
I don't see why not.
I'm gonna cast guidance on you if you do a strength check or something.
You can do an athletics check to try and force it open.
Yeah, I'll try to force it open, or like kick it real hard, or not.
16.
All right, you kick it like right where the lock is, and you just buckle the lock, and then you sort of rip the lid up, and the metal bends, and inside it's set with red velvet, and there are 2 vials containing a shimmering red liquid.
Okay, and I just lost concentration. I just realized that because guidance uses my concentration. So
The both spells will be gone. Alright, you can identify potions just by taking a sip. You don't need to like take a short rest or anything.
Right, I will try that. I will just dip my finger and kind of like taste the potion.
Sort of like luminescent red glow about it, as it seems to glow as it's agitated, and it tastes very sweet. You know what it is. Potion of healing. And there's 2 of them.
Nice.
Well, that's a good find.
So, who wants them?
Put it in the group loot.
Yeah, but I think
Actually, we don't.
somebody has to carry them.
Yeah, someone will need to carry them.
I would say, good sir, that maybe you could carry one. You seem to be very proficient with healing people. Thank you for that, by the way, earlier. And then one for somebody else. Whoever wants to.
One of the non-magical people. So I'll grab one, and I'll put it on my belt. So if I fall unconscious, somebody can grab it and feed the potion to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll take the other one and then give it to my brother.
But don't use it just yet.
Okay.
So if you guys recall, Vendellen said that he was blown off course. Said it'll probably be about 4 hours till you arrive at a place he called Tu Narath.
Mm-mm.
Well, we have a little time, gentlemen. Shall we explore a little bit?
There's a cow right over there.
Cow.
If anybody
Wow.
wants to.
Why in the world?
Alright, as you guys have adjusted to the environment down here, you notice two things. First of all, you don't have the same sort of strange feeling that you can move by thought. Your legs work as they
Oh,
would.
good.
There is a sense of gravity. And also, you're not hungry at all. You don't feel a need to eat.
I heard about this. In my research, I didn't think it was possible. So,
Could you explain that to those of us that haven't done research?
it seems that while you are in the astral plane, you don't really age or need food. So time doesn't run the same way in here. But I don't know if it's true. That's just what the book said.
Well, if so, that would be very convenient. Wouldn't have to worry about buying food all the time.
Yes, but it seems that our captors don't age or need food as well, so my
Well, if
guess
that's
is
the
that
case,
there are a
then-
lot of them, since they
Well,
don't
if that's
seem
the
to
case,
die
then
of
we-
natural causes.
Then we have plenty of time to formulate a way to get away. Then, is this a door right here, Seb?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go and open it.
Okay. Push open the wooden door. And... Oh, one sec. I have to get that page up again. It's just another room in the hold. It's fairly spacious. It contains 2 wooden crates, one of which is badly damaged. Though it's not from rot. It looks like claw marks.
How big are the claw marks?
Make me an investigation check.
Oh, I'm so good at these.
They are pretty big.
Interesting.
Madbang is also gonna look around for anything valuable or information.
Alright, the actual
gentlemen,
hold of the ship itself seems quite bare. There seems to be a lot of like stuff, crates and whatnot piled up in either side of the ship, the stern or the bow. And then yeah, most of the rooms are closed. There's a door hanging ajar here, another door hanging ajar over here, and then you just hear this.
Okay, I'm gonna step in this room and look around, trying to find anything that catches my attention.
Alright, there is I just realized I didn't separate these 2 rooms. Should be a wall there. As you step into the room, it's pretty bare. The door is open and a few of the floorboards have badly rotted, and you can just see like this pink and blue sort of swirling mist just very quickly flowing by. It's basically the astral plane flowing below your feet. And there is a 10-foot long plank lying near the north wall and nothing else of interest.
Okay.
And just to forewarn everyone here, I did see some things that would indicate that besides us and the cow, there are other living things down here. So
You just hear this like sound like chopping wood. And then something is moving. And you just see like a door just sort of ripped off its hinges. And you hear a horrible screech. A creature steps out from one of the rooms. It looks like it stabbed straight through the door. It looks kind of terrifying. It just sort of stands around. The creature, it looks like an insect. It has beady black eyes. As it screeches, it reveals rows of razor sharp teeth. It has 6 legs and a long spiny tail. It has like a chitinous sort of hide with little brown strands of hair sort of, or antennae almost sort of coming off of its back, like a giant ant that's wearing armor. And it looks like it used these like blade-like appendages to just cut through the wooden door like it was nothing.
Oh my god.
That's fairly intimidating.
It's quite small. It's about the size of a dog.
Get the cow on it.
And then it just starts like moving very quickly towards you guys.
All right.
It's definitely hostile. So you're up first, Rin.
This is so new to me. Okay, I'll run forward, and as I run forward, I will try to swipe at it with my short sword.
That hits for 7 piercing damage.
Ooh.
And
Nice.
then I'll do just like a kick to one of its what looks like a knee as my bonus action.
That hits. All right, you just kick it and it like breaks away with this like stringy yellow meat sort of substance. You rip it straight off, and this green yellowish blood just sprays into the air. The Kruthic just falls to the side, and it's just sort of agitated and skittering, makes some screeching noises as it just dies.
Meanie? He was just trying to be our friend. That was my pet.
I highly doubt that, brother.
What sort of creature is this one? Never seen anything like it before.
Oh, that's a cow.
As a matter of fact, it does have a resemblance to some inhabitants in my homeland. They are called Minotaurs. Ha! Wait until I tell them the stories of my travel. I think I just found their ancestor.
And that Kruthic was worth 20 XP each. And you guys got 40 from the previous encounter, so you can go ahead and tally that up.
60 altogether. Yeah.
The door has been just ripped apart. Like massive stab wounds just straight through it.
Well, I think we did find what made those claw marks I found earlier. This ugly thing.
This room is all but bare. There are some claw marks against the wall, but that's it.
So I'm gonna inspect the body too, just out of curiosity. I mean, my guy is interested in anything, and this is definitely new.
It looks like
I'll give you guidance.
It looks like a reptile, and it's covered in chitin, like a scorpion. It definitely looks like a predatory creature, evident by its long claws, and they seem very sharp indeed. One of them is ripped straight off. It looks like a fairly young version of this creature, and Yeah, you can think it. You think that its teeth and its claws can do some serious damage. Powerful looking mandibles.
Right. I'm gonna grab some trinket from it. I don't know specifically what.
It
But,
has teeth. It has these chitinous plates. It's got the legs.
The front claws, right?
Yeah.
Things like the most interesting thing about this animal. So,
Alright, you rip it off. Well, it's already ripped off. It's a young Kruthic leg.
okay.
You've been down here for a short while, 20 minutes or so. As you look towards the bow, you see 4 more square beams supporting the deck above, and another large wooden beam supporting the ship's bow side. There are crates with ropes coiled up atop it. There are some cooking utensils and more barrels. There are sacks piled up below the cross beams of the bow, and barrels again piled up against the southern wall, and a single lantern with a magical flame spreading some sort of dancing lights against the mildew-covered wooden floor as the ship sort of creaks and shakes gently side to side.
Okay. I would investigate the barrels and the sacks to see what it could possibly have in here, since there's no need for food.
You take a look in the barrels, and you see there is like taps, little faucets stuck into the side of the barrel. You like turn one, and surprisingly, fresh water comes out.
Are we thirsty, or is it only food or water as well?
You're not thirsty either.
Okay.
You look in the sacks, and there are like strange sort of gnarled roots. It looks like some sort of foreign food substances. You've got no idea what it is. It looks very strange, and it looks like the sacks are filled full of food, as well as like corn and wheat and flour. Food.
Interesting. They acquire food, but they don't need it. They have water, but they don't drink water.
Looks like there's about a year's supplies here.
Okay. I will drink the water anyways, just as.
Right, you drink
feel
it,
normal,
and yeah, it tastes like water. It doesn't have the same sort of quenching quality to it.
Okay.
Well, it could possibly be that they need the food for when they travel outside of the astral plane. At least that would be my guess.
That makes sense.
You can still hear some more skittering and screeches coming from this room and this room. Sounds like there may be more of these creatures present.
Let's get them.
Do you... Olocan, you look kind of hurt. Do you want to rest a little bit before we investigate more of this room?
Yeah, that would be good. Good for me.
Alright, you guys want to take a short rest?
Let's attempt to. I would suggest that we could go use the... there were hammocks in that other room, right?
Yeah, there's hammocks.
Yeah. Let's go take a cat nap in the hammocks. Should be interesting.
Alright,
Never done that before.
take a short rest. You can burn your one and only hit dice.
Oh man, first level.
During the rest, Vendellum comes back down. You hear the lock opening and Vendellum stomps down the steps.
Oh man, dude, that's so unlucky.
Sees you guys just like resting in the hammocks.
How's it going?
Well, it's actually
Seems to be
going
able
fairly
to,
well.
His words seem to translate to your language.
Well, it seems to be going fairly well. We've taken care of a stowaway, as it were. And,
Stowaway. What's stowaway?
some insectoid-like thing. I'm not sure what it was. It did try to attack us, though.
Show me.
So
Up.
okay. No need to be rude.
I'll show you rude. Fancy boy.
I'm not exactly
Alright,
fancy.
he looks down at the dead Kruthic.
What have you done? It's one of my pets.
It attacked us. I thought that it was a bad thing.
Of course it'll attack you. It's hungry. Huh. And what, you going to clean this up?
Well, I mean, we heard more skittering, and
Yeah,
we thought that.
I don't care. No,
Okay.
I don't care about
Gotcha.
that filthy Kruthic. Plenty more where they came from. Now this thing. What is it?
He points to the cow.
You've never
don't
seen a
know?
cow either. That's. Well, it's a cow.
Cow. What
It's
does it
a
do?
Minotaur ancestor.
Minotaur?
Yes, Minotaur.
This particular type of cow is used for dairy products, I believe. Milk.
What?
It
Milk?
makes food. Yeah, milk.
Wait. You mean that white drink that you material
you got it.
folk indulge yourself on? So how was it? It creates it like in a lab or something? How does it make it?
I'm not exactly a farm boy or anything, but I mean, would I know like the basics of how to get?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll
Show him how to milk the bull.
It's not a bull, is it?
No.
It's okay. I was just
It
checking.
is a dairy cow.
Okay. Do you have a bucket or some such thing?
Yes, let me get one for you. You, go get a bucket!
He points to you, Colin.
You corny-faced Duke of Limbs, I don't know where a bucket is. Find one. You see those little things hanging down underneath that big white black thing? You know, the thing that's the color of your skin? Why don't you go grab on one and pull?
Go get the bucket before I have to force you.
Where do you want a bucket?
You're beginning to outlive your usefulness. Over there!
And he just points to like the provisions over in the ship, bow of the ship.
Oh,
There's another bucket
I'll
like
go.
near the hammock. There's a couple of buckets around.
I'll go grab them and bring him a bucket.
Good. I got you the bucket.
And then he like goes and like gives it. He
so-
goes to like give it to the cow.
Take it! Take the bucket!
No, that's not right. The cow is not sentient. It's not smart enough to milk itself.
What?
And then I'll put the bucket underneath and I'll milk it a little bit. See, like that.
He shakes
Oh,
his head.
disturbing! What are you doing?
You drink that? You people make me sick.
I agree. I never thought that I would agree with you, but I do.
But I do have one
It's
question though. How do you not
disturbing.
know what the How did you not know what this is? It's on your ship, isn't it?
I like the look of it, so I took it. But useless. I don't care for milk.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
Be getting rid of that.
And then he just walks off.
Few more hours.
Okay.
We'll be there. Don't go breaking anything down here. I'll break
We'll
you.
be where? What do you want to do with us?
Just clean up. I don't know. Make yourselves useful.
Let's kill some more pets.
You just hear the wooden door slam again. The door locking.
Well, I feel like if he's going to sell us off into slavery or whatever, I don't really think that there's any use in cleaning up.
I moved that we check out those skittering noises behind these doors.
Just
Do
kill
we
all his
want-
pets. I don't know, the one just burst out
Where-
like it was...
Where's it coming from? The door to the north?
There is one lot of noises coming from here and one from here.
Okay.
Everyone make a another strength save.
Oh boy.
Strength save.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Again,
Oh,
you just
boy.
feel this force just
God damn.
launch the ship wildly, and you guys are thrown
good
to the
at that.
side. Olican, you're not knocked prone, but you're sort of swinging on the hammock wildly. You almost get like wrapped around yourself, and everyone else is knocked to the ground. Did you make one, Math?
Yes, I did. I
Oh,
roll
yes.
a 7.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you guys can just get back up. But
I'll immediately stand back up, yeah.
This
this
stinks again.
startles the cow, and it starts like mooing very loudly.
Easy
Where's
there,
he
easy there.
going?
Calm down, calm down.
Alright, it looks like it's getting very aggressive. Make an animal handling check if you want to try and calm it down, Rin.
Oh.
Alright, you handle the cow very well, but it's not calming down. Something weird is happening with it. And its eyes start to sort of go red and bloodshot. And it starts kicking about. And
That's not normal.
it is going to buck you.
Oh, really?
Oh, man.
There's what I'm used to.
Boss fight.
Colin, you're up first.
Do I have a
creature.
do I have a clear shot at it? I can't tell if it's behind the wall.
It is behind
What?
the wall. Like with a ranged attack?
Yeah, well, actually, I can't. I was. Let's see what I got. It's been a while since I played this guy. This. I'm just gonna go ahead. And can I get to it, or is Rin blocking the way?
There's room in there. It's a 10-foot wide room. You hit it for 11 bludgeoning damage, and you
This thing's
just
got a bunch of hip.
are
yeah.
you like trying to like kill it or just knock it out?
I am. I did not get anything out. I'm hitting it as hard as I can in the face.
Alright, you hit it for 11 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, I didn't kill it.
So,
It's a strong cow.
it's a big cow. Okay. Spill slots. Keeping myself alive. Oh boy.
Alright, the cow. It just goes to sort of like buck you or ram you, Colin.
Jeez.
And it hits for 5 bludgeoning damage.
Ugh.
And it's just going ballistic. Holocan, you're still lazing around on the hammock.
Oh no. I have to.
You'd be there, Colin. You'd still be in this square that you're in.
I know. I just couldn't see the bubbles where they were.
Oh, okay.
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 Math.
So this is what happens when you pull on that thing underneath the cow. What a strange creature. But I was stepping here and tried to hit it with the crossbow, but non-lethal damage.
Yeah, you can do it. You hit it.
Oh.
Alright, you like sort of shoot it in the leg, and the cow just falls, slumps to the side. Then its legs start like really violently jittering, and it's just letting out this like baleful moan, and like going to like convulsions or something. Something strange is happening to it.
Okay.
What in the world?
Like,
So I'm gonna write on my journal, if you pull on the cow, it's gonna convulse and I make a strange noises. Ah, fascinating.
You learn something new every day.
And that's my
Skin Jack or a beard splitter extraordinaire. Nice shot.
so that's my turn.
Rin.
So it's just on the ground convulsing at this point?
Yeah, we're staying in initiative for now, for this round.
I'm gonna hold an attack for like if anything crazy happens and like if it gets back up and tries to get me or something bursts out of it like alien style or or anything. Basically, if it comes at me aggressively, I will attack it.
Okay.
So
Alright, a couple of things happen at the start of this round. You just hear this chopping noises, and the crew thinks something has spooked them. They just go crazy and they start stabbing the doors down. And the cow starts like foaming at the mouth. This like green ooze starts like vomiting out of its mouth. It's as its head jostles and tilts, and this green like ooze just squirts all over the ground and then rises to take the form of a little strange green creature.
Hey, chapacha. Oh boy.
good God.
Jesus.
Okay. Oh.
Alright, this
And now.
room like adjacent to you guys here, you're hearing like stabbing, and you just see like Kruthic blade just stick straight through the wall to the north, and the same thing happens on this side.
Jesus.
And with two of them attacking the wall now, they basically rip a hole in the wall, and one of them like runs out panicked.
Away from.
But it runs out into the square here,
Okay.
like from the room. There's just like a small gap that they can fit through, that they've stabbed through. Alright, this Kruthic, like to the north, the same thing happens, And as it like runs out, you see a starspawn Gru has somehow made its way into the ship. Apparently seems to be the source of what is panicking this Kruthix. Alright, this little ooze thing, it's very anamorphous, and it just like with these sort of, it shifts and these little like green elastic band like pseudopods just flick out at you, Rin.
Alright, so can I take my held action?
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, well, damn.
Alright, there's something else that happens.
Oh boy.
It affects people when they start their turn. It hasn't really affected you yet, Rin. I'll let you know. Alright,
Okay.
you do miss with the 8, and then that pseudopod comes at you.
Missed it.
Alright, Colin.
Okay.
Let me just see something here. In terms of distance. Alright, you're good. Nothing happens to you.
Okay.
You whack it for 7 bludgeoning damage. It just your warhammer sort of almost bounces off of it, but sort of splits its skin, if you could call it skin, at the same time. Holocan.
Is Holocan back there sleeping?
I think he's awake now.
Okay. Good.
I'll go, actually, yeah, it's fine. No, I wanted the green flame.
Alright.
Hey, attack same.
Good.
You stab
Back
one
to back.
Kruthik for 8 piercing damage, and then this translucent green flame just leaps over to the other Kruthik and roasts it for 3 fire damage. Alright, this Gru just comes after the Kruthik and tries to eat it. Miss. Alright, this Kruthik, it just like bursts through the door and the hole in the wall. It has to move like 10, 20. Do you let it go by all it can? It's just like going to run in your direction if it can get by. Olacan, are you there?
Yeah, sorry.
Do you let the Kruthik go by you?
No. I
Okay.
will just attack. Sorry, the kid's here.
Alright, it moves away from you then and provokes an opportunity attack. Alright, you try to hit it, and due to the fact that it's squeezing, you have advantage. And you hit it for 4
That's
piercing
unfortunate.
damage. Alright, and then it tries to attack you back. It sort of just tries to stab you on its way out, and disadvantage because it's squeezing. Miss. And then it moves sort of here, and it just looks around like absolutely spooked and startled. Ends its turn. Let me take it some damage. Mathvin.
When Colin hit this little thing, did I notice if he had any reduce effect or anything like that?
No, it didn't seem resistant. It sort of really splattered it a lot.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot it with my crossbow, and I'm gonna miss.
Does indeed miss.
I'm gonna move over here and end my turn.
Rin.
Here goes Rin with his multiple attacks.
I'm actually gonna step to. Oh, well, I can't really step. The doorway's not wide enough to really do that, I guess.
You could, yeah, you can go there.
Well, I mean, just because what I was wanting to do was step here and then take an attack at this and then bonus action this one, but I can't see the
Yeah,
slime thing.
that would be like moving out of its threat range because of cover.
Yeah,
Total cover.
Okay. I'm not gonna do that then. I will. I will turn and throw a dart at this one. Just because it attacked my brother. Oh, well, I don't have a. Hold on, let me set up a macro for it real quick. I don't know why. Darts are D4s, right?
Yep. Rin just looks around in his pack for his dart. Where did I leave this?
Okay, I'll throw. I'll turn and throw the dart at this Kruthic.
Okay.
Attack.
Disadvantage.
Okay.
It misses.
All right, and then I'll turn and do a kick at the ooze-like thing in front of me.
That hits for 7 points of damage.
Yes.
And yeah, I guess that's it.
Alright, this Kruthic, it moves sort of here, like running out of the room, going crazy, and it just tries to stab you all it can. And it hits you for 5 piercing damage.
It's Olakin, yeah?
This Kruthic, it turns to defend itself against the Gru. And you notice it's going absolutely crazy and it's being really reckless with its attack. And it just runs like out into the hull after that. The Gru opportunity attacks it. And misses it. And the Kruthic ends its turn there. Over here, it tries to get away from it. This Kruthic, it tries to like get through you, Olakan, and it's gonna try and stab its way through you. It hits for 7 piercing damage.
Are you still alive?
Actually, wait. Yes, it hits for 7 piercing damage. He's gonna be down after that. And then the Kruthic like just runs by you, running away from the Gru. This Kruthic just like runs away. And the ooze is going to try and flick you with a pseudopod again, Rin. Hits, and when it hits you, you feel this sharp pain in your mind, like a migraine. 6 bludgeoning and 2 psychic.
Hey, okay,
Colin.
I will attack this guy. It's like you lobcock, about the size of a bilge rat.
It's a hit.
Nice.
Alright, you hit it with the warhammer and then it just splatters on the ground, turns into this like very viscous green liquid that just like seeps through the floorboards.
And I'd like to move in front.
Alright.
I mean, I can't attack again, so.
Olakan, give me a death saving throw.
See.
Success.
Medicine kit or a healer's kit. That's what I need.
Alright, the Gru. You can see it's like ripped a hole in the wall over here. And you can just see the astral plane flooding out. As it comes near you guys, it looks horrifying and has this sort of aura of madness about it. And it just tries to gorge itself on the Kruthic. Miss. Kruthic just skittles away. Alright, this one turns to try and stab the crew and defend itself. And it hits, stabs into the Gru for 5 points of damage. and then runs away. It provokes from you, Colin, if you want to attack it. Alright, you take a swing at it, and you miss, and then it keeps running. The Gru also tries to bite it. And it hits. Alright, it sort of grabs onto the Kruthic and it doesn't get away. It just rips it in, and you see it sort of just break the Kruthic apart very quickly with like all these tentacles and just stuff pieces into its chest cavity and like just devour the entire creature within seconds.
Okay, so it already used the reaction.
Yeah,
Right.
it just uses reaction then.
So I'm gonna be here. That's 15. 20. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Olocan. For 11 again. So it's my day.
You're
Nice roll.
rolling really well.
Make me prone, Seb.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alright, Rin, you are horrified by what this Gru just did. And you, it causes you to have this sort of sense of madness. You have disadvantage on saving throws, as well as attack rolls against creatures other than the Staff Spawn Gru. It is just so horrifying that it distracts you.
Okay, so I have disadvantage on things other than the star spawn?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna run up. These Kruthics seem to be just running away. So I'm not gonna worry about them. I will take a short sword swing at that dude.
It's a hit. For 5 piercing damage.
And then come at it with an elbow strike.
And you hit.
Boom.
Alright, you just launch it in the air with an elbow strike, and it just like, you hear something snap. You don't know if it's a bone or if it even has a vertebrae, but something breaks, and then the Staff Spawn Gru just sort of falls over to the side, and you see bits of like disemboweled Kruthic just seep out of it. The Kruthic is still just going crazy. And
That's rather disturbing. That's EOT.
this thing just screeches, and it actually stabs at you, Rin,
Of course it does.
and it
Rin's
just
down.
stabs you for 5 piercing damage, and then it just like runs into the room, provoking from Olocan and Mathvan.
I have a crossbow, I cannot attack.
You can use it as an improvised weapon if you want. Try and crossbow whip
I'll
him.
let it go.
Alright, Olocan. Well, actually, you would have dropped your weapon to Olocan, so you can kick him or something. I think he's AFK, he messaged me. I'll just presume he's just waking up from being unconscious. The Kruthic runs straight at you, Mathvan. Screeches trying to get by you. And it stabs you for 7 piercing damage.
Jesus Christ. This thing.
Level 1.
I'll let you go, man.
This one like runs around wildly, like does a loop and then starts coming back, taking the dash action. And this one does the same thing, taking the dash action back towards you guys. Colin.
Okay. Missed.
That is a miss.
Well, I don't have a way to stabilize him.
Olocan. Are you here? Alright, I'm gonna do his attack for him because he's AFK. He's just gonna stand up and he's going to stab the Kruthic. Green flame blade. That 12 bounces straight off of its chitin. And he braces for the hurt. Mathvan.
Okay, so gonna walk to the side on top of his body to the other side and feed him my potion of healing. Or does he have one on his belt?
The other one is on Olakan.
Okay, so I'm gonna use mine. What do I have to roll for that?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Okay. 1 second. So plus 2. Damn, that's such a bad roll. 4 in total.
Oh, I'm back up. So.
And that's my turn.
Rin.
Stand up. Oh, these damn things. And I'll move around to here. So I'm standing by my brother, and then on this one, short sword.
That hits. For 7 piercing damage.
Nice.
And
Nice.
then come with a palm strike, basically slapping it.
A 15 misses.
Oh shit!
You
That's not good.
it sort of turns and your hand just like bounces off its chitin. It's as hard as steel.
Damn. All right. Well, I guess that's that.
You hear some footsteps. The door opens. Then Dylan appears.
What the hell is going on down here?
He joins the initiative. Alright, this Kruthic just runs around, and tries to run back out, and it comes in at Olakan. And it stabs him for 6 piercing damage.
Man, they got some training.
These things are rough.
Yeah.
They're rolling very well.
Alright,
Tough at first level.
Alright, as this one's run up on Olakan Rin, it's like sort of distracting you, and as that's happening, the other one is going to attack you with pack tactics.
Pack tactics.
Trying to like they're just running back and forward along the hull of the ship, and you go back down. You just see a slash across you. Alright, this Kruthic attacks Olakan with pack tactics. And you go down as well, Olakan.
Oh no.
It was nice meeting you guys.
This Kruthic runs at Vandelin and tries to stab him. It slashes him for 4 damage.
Oh, he's gonna be pissed.
And he just sort of takes a step back and see it draw a little bit of this green blood from his arm. He looks down at it. He doesn't say anything. Colin.
Ew.
Okay, my turn
Yeah.
to cast.
I think you're out of spells, same as me.
I think you only got
Cantrip,
cantrips.
though. Since it's injured, it's 1d12.
Toll of the Dead?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll need to make a macro, I think.
Why did it?
It
Yeah, I
outputs
do.
the spell card for some reason. You need to do it from the attacks section.
Oh, okay.
You might have to mess around with that macro a little bit, actually. I don't think they inputted it properly. Alright, the
Let's see.
Kruthic makes a wisdom save. And it fails. This like necrosis, you hear this dong, and this necrosis just runs rampant over the Kruthik's body, and its skin rots as it just sinks to the ground.
Nice.
Okay, and then I'm going to this one.
Thanks.
My turn.
Alright, Vandelen, he just like pushes through the Kruthik, and he looks down at this little scratch, and then he just starts like yelling at Olikin, "What are you doing? Stop slacking off on the job! Get up!" And he casts Healing Word on you while yelling at you.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Aggressively, Olikin. Oh wait, why didn't he get the Healing Word? Sorry, one sec.
He can't very well deliver damaged goods.
Alright, for some reason it ain't working. I'm just gonna roll it. It's 1d4 plus 3. And you get up on 5 hit points, Olikin. And then he uses his like parrying dagger to attack the Kruthik who's left. And he misses, and then he tries to attack it again. And he misses.
Damn.
I said clean up!
Olikin.
So he's an enemy of these little things?
One of them tried to scratch him, and now he's trying to stab it back.
Okay. I'll attack the one to the west.
But yeah, for purpose of sneak attack, then yeah, you get sneak attack. He's fighting it.
This counts as adjacent.
Yep. Yeah. That one's also. Alright, suddenly your blade just glows green, and you stab it into that Kruthik's mouth. The tip of the blade bursts out through the back of its skull, and then fire leaps onto the other one for 3 points of damage as the one you stabbed falls to the ground dead. Mathvan. Which one are you attacking? You headshot it. The bolt goes into the back of its head and it falls forward. Rin, make me a death save. Success. Right, the Kruthik are just falling, dropping like flies. There's one left, and it just tries to stab Vandelen. It hits him for 6 piercing damage. Colin.
Did I just walk through a wall, or
Well,
no? I think I skirted.
Yeah, you can get there. And you hit it straight on the head, like breaks the chitin around its head like an eggshell, and it just forces the creature to the ground. Its skull is caved in.
We're here and stabilized. Can you make a medicine check, or do I need a healer's kit?
Medicine check. The Vandelen's. Sorry, Matt's just gonna move you for a second there. Vandelen just like grabs Rin, like even though he's unconscious, and he just starts shaking him.
Stop slacking on the job! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
And you just hear him yelling at you over and over as he gives you a healing word. And then he just like just drops you back on the ground.
Well, you don't have the nicest way of doing that, but thank you anyway.
Nice. Where did nice ever get anyone? Were these things nice? To you?
Well, no.
Well,
Say
there you
not.
go. My point is proved.
You did say that they were your pets, though?
Disobedient
confused.
pets. And that's what happens to disobedient pets. You remember that now.
Okay. Oh, by the way, another one of those things got in, and I'll point at the star spawn.
Because you didn't clean up!
Alright.
Now, I don't want to hear any more. Not even a pipe out of you all. Time to annoy the hell out of me. Stop stuffing around down here. Get some work done. Clean up these bodies. Put them in with that cow thing. I'll sort this out when we get to Chinarath.
Oh, yeah, the cow's dead, too.
Good. Saves me having to try and hoist it out of here. Heavy, those things. Not another peep. Clean yourselves up.
He just walks back out onto the deck.
Well, okay then.
And actually, you guys should have got 50 XP for that last encounter. Add an extra 10. So, 4 of you. Vendela didn't really help enough to constitute fair share. And he didn't really seem phased or concerned at the fact that this Starspawn crew had got onto the ship, as if it's a common occurrence. Didn't really care about the Kruthic too much either. I think we'll take a 10-minute break now, a bio break, and
Alright.
then we shall resume. I'll see you guys back soon.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Alright, taking a 10-minute break. Anyone who's watching, see you back soon.
What I do, Devin, Colin.
Yeah.
When I do that, I name them. I name one Toll the Dead 8 and Toll the Dead 12 or whatever. And then you make them as attacks, and then you know exactly which one you're clicking. Because one of them does 8 damage, one of them is 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Just-
you're just a
I've
searcher.
got-
I didn't the hurt part, so yeah, that's the same thing.
I've got some of these things backwards. Let's see if that. Crap.
How you guys doing?
Good, good.
Whoops, wrong map. So, Ben Dillon leaves, and you're all pretty badly injured. Still think it'll be a few hours before you arrive at Tunarath. Just see all these dead Kruthic Starspawn crew just piled around inside the hull.
Let's see if I've got my. Let's see if I got my macros set up right now. Ooh, 2 epic fails. I'm glad that wasn't for real. That works. Hey, I have a question about spells you learn because of the your subclass.
Yeah.
When you cast those spells, when you cast those spells, do they take away a spell slot?
Yeah. They're just like additional spells that you can prepare, like a part of your repertoire.
Okay.
Right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask the man that seems to be fairly smart. Do you think you could tell us what the thing that came out of the cow was? That green ooze type thing? Any
Are you
ideas?
asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking Math Fan.
Never seen it before. All I know is that you better don't do that thing where you pull on the cow again, because this what happens when you do that?
No. This is actually
Yeah, when you milk a cow,
anything
these things
close.
Oh,
come out of them.
They're so dangerous. Dangerous creatures. I'm glad that we don't have them in my world. But the Minotaurs are very aggressive too, and powerful. No wonder they get it from that creature. So
I'm gonna start grabbing Kruthic corpses and piling them into this room.
Okay.
Being careful of the blade legs that they have.
Alright, there's 4.5 Kruthic corpses.
4.5.
This first level fighting is different. Wow.
It's terrible.
it is more dangerous. You can
Not
actually
terrible.
die.
It's more interesting, but yeah, it's weird.
I'm gonna go ahead and drag the Gru in as well. Well, I think that we've done enough cleaning.
Dude, can we throw them overboard by the... They enter somewhere, right?
They entered.
Yeah, there's a
One
hole.
of them came through a hole.
Yeah, let's throw them overboard.
Let's do it.
In
Let's
this room
literally-
here, there is a small hole that looks like the thing has a pretty rubbery sort of body, and looks like it can sort of conform to narrow spaces, and you can just like push it back through, and woof, it's gone. It just vanishes like into the astral plane.
Just stomp it in. Get in there.
So they have as plates on their skin.
Yeah.
look like anything that could be removed and added to armor, to especially leather armor?
You might be able to like craft with it, but I mean, as hard as it is, they're pretty young creatures, and you don't think their shell has like fully hardened yet.
Okay.
And it would take a while to craft something like that. You can try and you can make a survival check to try and take some plates, if you wish.
Well, I would turn to somebody and say, does anybody have a knowledge of animals? Animal skin? Skinning animals?
Not really. It never really came up.
I could try.
A survival check?
Yes.
I'm gonna try. And
Nope. I crit fail on one.
You like try to rip the chitin off, and you like end up ripping off a heap of like flesh, and then just like break it, and it just sort of cracks.
and as he does that, I do the same thing.
You just like basically get like the entire body's chitin without like breaking it at all.
Well,
It's pretty soft and
Not bad.
malleable.
you seem to be amassing quite the collection there.
Yes, indeed. This is a very interesting token because all right.
So, I guess we just... boat continue east? Have we gone all the way this way?
I was there.
Yes.
I didn't find anything interesting. There's water, and we can clean the blood with the water.
No
That's-
alcohol.
Sounds like a great idea.
In a damn forlorn place when you got all these barrels in the bottom of a ship and there ain't one single sip of alcohol to be had.
Alright, what do you guys want to do? You think you've got a few hours before you'll be...
Oh,
A couple of 2 hours before you arrive at your destination.
So
everybody use their did everybody use their hit die earlier on their short rest?
no, I would like to take at least a short rest, if I can, a long rest, but I don't know if I can.
I don't think we have time for as long, but
Yeah, you won't have time for a long rest, but you can certainly take a short rest.
Okay, I'll do that.
Go ahead and take a short rest. If anyone has any hit dice left, use it.
is there... Do you tend to wounds with a medicine check or some sort to try to...
You can heal with a healer's kit if you have the feat.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, that's what hit dice would probably be doing, like tending to
Okay.
wounds. Right.
I guess we should just walk this whole area, make sure we got everything.
As the hour goes
Not
by, it's uneventful. You're closing in on your destination, you would hope, judging from the time that's passed. There is crates and barrels and chests and that you guys haven't like looked in, and there's one room as well that you haven't searched.
Okay. Well, then we need to do all those things.
You
Yeah, we would definitely try to do that. That was my intention earlier.
You've only been instructed by Vendellen to clean up, and you're not really even 100% sure what he means by that. The place is pretty dirty, I guess, but he hasn't given you like hasn't exactly given you cleaning equipment, and it doesn't look like he really cleans the ship himself.
I was thinking about the blood. Maybe I don't know if it's true, but I maybe the blood attracted those creatures into the boat. So that's what I was trying to clean up.
Alright, you use the water from the barrel, and there's a rag sitting on a wooden crate that's doubling as a table of some sorts. The actual crockery and whatnot has actually been like nailed or stuck onto the actual table itself, so it doesn't like sway when you guys are hit by one of these, or fall off the table when you're hit by one of these psychic storms. So it's sort of
what's
clean,
in the
and
crate?
you can't imagine it would take anything less than like several days to actually properly clean this hull. Which crate are you looking at?
Is there one here?
Yep. You look in this room. It's a narrow room. It contains a single large barrel reinforced with silver bands and a wooden crate. You pry the top of the crate open and you find some pieces of equipment. There is a 50 foot of hemp rope. There is a trap, like a hunting trap. There is some caltrops, about 100 or so caltrops, a big pile of caltrops. And
Cow drop.
there is a leather sack with ball bearings inside.
Oh, nice.
Looks like sort of hunting gear. If you're taking any of it, I'll give you handouts. This is what caltrops do. There's just one bag of them. Hunting trap does this. So the caltrop sort of slows movement and can make people bleed. Hunting trap does sort of similar thing. Hunting trap.
What about the barrel?
The barrel? You're going to open it up.
I'm gonna open it up
It has wine.
without smashing it.
Wine inside of it. It's a full barrel of wine. It smells quite
Then
vinegary.
I'm gonna sit on top of the crate. Drink me some wine.
Righty, you drink it and it is not very nice. It's like drinking vinegar. You think it's spoiled.
Let's spit it out.
Not sure how long it's been there, but it's either been exposed to the air too long or hasn't been kept very well because it is not nice.
So, have we checked this room?
No.
Okay, then I'm going
Well,
down there.
Yeah, it hasn't really been searched. So it's a 15-foot square room and it's bare apart from some wooden crates in the corner. There is a crowbar sitting next to one of the crates.
Alright.
And did you take any of the other stuff from the other crate?
Yeah, I guess we need to start adding all this stuff.
Yeah, if you're taking something, then add it to your inventory and just sort of declare that you're taking it.
Okay. Yeah, we're taking all that and...
You're taking it? So it was 50 foot of hemp rope, a hunting trap, a bag of caltrops, and a bag of ball bearings. And a crowbar. Crowbar gives you advantage on strength checks when you can leverage it. And if you're opening this crate, that's exactly what you'll need to do, because this crate has been nailed shut.
Okay. And I will attempt that.
Alright, it's an athletics check and you have advantage.
Okay.
Alright, you wedge the crowbar in and then snap. Lid breaks open and you can hear the sound of glass jingling inside. Looking in, there is vials upon vials. Probably about a couple of dozen or so. Out of the vials, 2 of them have something in them. One of them has a greenish sort of substance, and one of them has a reddish sort of substance. And they certainly don't look like potions.
Oh, they don't look like potions.
No.
Okay.
You can make an investigation check to try and discern what they are. What these substances are.
I could try to do that.
Sure, you can both make investigation checks, or one of you can make it with advantage if you're helping the other person.
Are you good at an investigation?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so give me advantage.
I'll
then.
help you. I'll help you.
I'm gonna use guidance on myself as well.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
15. So, you realize that one of the substances sort of bubbles a little bit and is caustic in nature. It's acid. And you can use an action to splash it onto a creature within 5 feet or throw it up to 20 feet. You make a ranged attack as an improvised weapon, and if you hit them, they'll take 2d6 acid damage. Now, the other one is a very thick substance. And you realize that it's alchemist fire. If you expose it to air, it'll ignite. And in a similar fashion, you can use an action as a improvised weapon, and if you hit them, they'll take 1d4 fire damage. And they'll keep on burning, and they'll keep taking that damage until they use an action to put it out with a dexterity check.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
I could use those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take them. You guys are fine with that, since you guys have better auto attacks than me.
Go for it.
Right.
What was that? The potions? You got them. Acid and alchemist fire. That's cool.
Yeah.
Hunting stuff too. So
I'm not gonna take the hunting stuff.
Okay.
So somebody else wants to go for it. I'm just gonna take the vials.
Okay, and that's all that's in that crate, just a heap of mostly empty vials and 2 that were full down the bottom.
I'm gonna open this door.
Okay. It's not locked. You push it open and you see a large pile of hay up against the eastern wall, and standing there is an inanimate object, some sort of weird contraption. It's a metallic construct with sharp spikes lining the lower portion of its snake-like body, and it has these 2 telescopic eye stalks flanking a sharp-looking beak, and it stares right at you.
Very strange looking thing.
Mm.
And it definitely looks metallic, like it's not like alive.
It looks
per
dormant.
se. Okay.
Is it? Does it look like it's missing a piece?
No. As far as you can tell, it's like intact. There's nothing obvious that stands out that something is missing from this.
Yeah. So the really quick, the to throw the acid vial, I don't add the proficient bonus.
Sorry, I gave you the wrong handout. It doesn't look like that thing.
I was about to say, can we take that?
for the acid vial, it's an improvised weapon, so you're not proficient. So this is what it looks like. It's much more terrifying.
Oh, okay.
How big is it?
It's like 5 foot long, about 4 foot tall. It's quite big.
So it doesn't look like we're gonna pick that thing up and carry it around with us.
It would be very
Big
heavy.
as I am.
You could
Yes.
drag it maybe. Or...
I'm gonna like look it over. Is there like a
An
Wait a-
on switch?
turn it on or?
Make a perception check.
I give him guidance, and he doesn't need it.
You're not seeing any on switch.
I honestly don't want to fool around with it too much, because if it does, well, come to life, quote unquote, I don't want to have to fight this thing. It looks rather menacing.
Yes, it does. Thing behind it in the hay?
Not that you can see. It's sort of just nestled there on this hay, largely covering it.
Okay, I am. As I take notice of this thing, I am gonna try to cast detect magic for 10 minutes as a ritual.
Okay, that goes up. And you can detect magic. Not on the creature, rather underneath the creature in the hay.
I was
small
just
magical
gonna
presence.
check.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to move the creature and see what it is.
Alright. As soon as you move the
that
creature, the telescopic eye stalks glow red, and it starts to shift and move, and you just hear this low hum. It sounds like it's about to discharge something. Does not sound good at all.
Oh man. Me and my curiosity.
Little sparks of lightning start to flare up around this thing, like you think it's going to explode or something. All it can.
Like,
And yeah, we'll be in initiative straight away.
Run out of the
Like,
room.
how come I can't drag this guy? Because it's not me. I'll dodge.
Okay.
I'm going to disengage and step out of the room.
Okay. Rin.
Alright, I'll get a little ways away from it. But I'm gonna ready a dart for like if it moves out of the room.
Alright. It snaps at you as you move away from it, expelling
Oh, shit.
lightning at you.
That is it hits.
It hits you, and you take 6 piercing damage and 1 lightning damage. And it's...
Okay, that is a big reach. Shit.
Oh, wait, you weren't within 5 feet? My bad.
No, I was right here.
Alright, it snaps, but it falls short. It doesn't have a reach.
Okay. It's like I was like, damn.
But it would have done it if it had the chance.
But But yeah, I'm gonna ready a dart to throw at it if it moves out of the room.
Okay. Colin.
I am going to stand right at the edge of the doorway. Not in the wall, but ready in action for it as soon as it comes around. Shot it.
Okay.
And
Alright. Suddenly there is an explosion. And you see lightning just dance along the floorboards. It seems to pass straight through the walls. And Colin, you're going to need to make a dex save.
ooh,
You hear a loud burst of lightning explode from this creature.
oh, this is gonna be bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
almost got me.
You don't react quick enough, Colin. And an arc of lightning strikes you directly for 14 lightning damage.
Holy shit!
I'm down.
And then it just bursts through the wall and moves here. Like literally just breaks the wall down like it's nothing.
All right. As it comes through, I'll throw a dart at it.
That hits. And your dart does 0 damage. It bounces straight off of it. You hit, but does nothing.
Okay.
Oh man.
And it
I'm
just
trying
starts sort of
to-
rolling along the ground, chomping.
How many points? 14? Ouch.
Yeah, you're knocked out. Colin. Olacan.
This is bad.
I'll go here and ready an attack for when ally comes within melee range.
What? Ready for when... Sorry, what?
An ally comes in melee range.
Okay. Math fan.
I am going to cast Sacred Flame on the creature.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's so...
Alright, you see
Bad.
this has this sort of like reflective carapace that almost like reflects your spell, but it doesn't, and it takes 1 radiant damage.
I'm gonna move here. Here.
Rin.
5, 10, 15.
Right, your ready to action goes off now, Olacan. Are you there?
Clicking the I was
Alright.
clicking the item like a
You hit it and you do exactly 0 damage to it.
Oh
Your
my
blade
god.
is just bounces straight off of it.
All right. See, that was 15 feet to get there. I'm gonna take the disengage action and move over here to the pile of hay. And search for the whatever the magical thing was there.
A searching is an action.
Oh, it is.
It's a
Shit.
search action, yeah.
Well, poop. I guess that's it then.
Colin,
Disengaged.
make a death save. Success. The bronze scout It snaps at you, Olacan. And it's a miss. Lightning is just struck to the ground. Olacan.
I'll dodge.
Okay.
Nice. I'm gonna throw the acid vial at the thing.
Alright.
Is
Good
it-
call.
That's a good idea.
Oh, of course I missed!
It smashes on the ground. Just starts slowly eating into the hull of the ship.
Ugh, damn it. That's my action.
Rin,
Alright. I will search for the magical item.
make an investigation check.
Shit.
You're searching around and you're not finding anything.
Man, I can't.
Like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Except it's not a
Well-
needle, but it definitely is a haystack.
Yeah. So I'll just use my movement to. No, I'll stay where I'm at for now.
I believe in your searching skill.
Colin, that is
Ugh,
one
that's
failure.
fail.
The Bronze Scout is going to try and bite Olacan again at disadvantage as you attempt to dodge out of the way. Where are we?
Misses.
It's a miss. Lightning is expelled into the air again and quickly discharges.
Okay. Oh, it's not my turn.
I'll give Rin the look, and then I'll dodge.
The look.
I'm not impressed with you. Look, dig faster.
I'm trying, damn it.
Okay, so again, I'm gonna throw the alchemist fire vial at that thing.
Good luck. It's a crit!
Nice.
Double damage. Alright, you must hit it like
But it's burning, right?
some way. I was gonna say you must hit it like right somewhere like where all of its gears are, but I guess it just sort of splashes over it. It does. It coats it in the alchemist fire. It's gonna take 1d4 damage every round.
Okay, so I'm gonna move. So I'm gonna move over here. And that's my turn. I'm gonna start yelling very loudly. What's his name?
Van Dellen.
Yes, I'm gonna start screaming, "Help! Help!"
Okay.
And-
Alright.
Rin.
Rin grows tired of searching, and he's also upset at this thing for continually trying to hit his brother. So he's not going to use the short sword just because he's upset with this thing, and he's gonna try to kick it first.
Miss.
Bong.
Yeah.
Hey, I see a toenail fly off.
Then I'll try a roundhouse on it. Bonus action.
Alright, that's a hit.
See if it does
You
anything.
jump up and like do a roundhouse kick and kick it as hard as you can, and there's just like a point where you hit it and it's like hitting solid adamantine. Your foot bounces straight off and the Bronze Scout does not even shift, taking 0 damage.
Heal calling.
I don't have the potion.
Colin, make a death save.
Y'all need
Do not roll a 1.
Now you go and say that.
I've cursed you. Success.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, he has some magic ability, right?
Guys, not to have to make another roll.
The scout is burning. Takes 1d4 fire damage from the Alchemist's fire.
You want me to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
It's an automatic hit.
Yeah. 2 fire damage. It's burning a bit. It doesn't like that kick though, Rin. So it turns and lashes at you with this electric beak. And it's a miss. Olacan.
You have the other potion, by the way, Olacan.
Oh, you used it on me. Didn't we? Did I get another one after that? Oh,
No, I didn't use the potion. I used a healing spell on you.
Okay, I'll hit
No,
that one.
one potion got used.
I used mine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he used his.
Okay.
So you're healing Colin?
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, good
So
roll.
is that from 0 or from
Yes, from
where
0.
it was?
Yeah. You can't get below 0 in 5e.
Okay.
Alright, you wake up to see this thing trying to bite Rin and Olacan feeding you a potion.
Thank you. It's a good thing those potions were in here. Oh. Good job.
Math fan.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame. Please fail. Oh, of course he doesn't.
This time,
So-
the reflective carapace just dispels the sacred flame when it falls around of it, and you just see like the sheet of flame just dissolve.
So I'm gonna move over here and continue to scream for help.
Alright, you stand there and something sort of catches the light from your cantrip. Something greenish from inside this slashed crate that no one conveniently searched earlier.
Okay, that's my maximum movement though.
Rin.
Just dodge, I guess.
I'm going to if I was to give the help action, that doesn't give it disadvantage on saving throws and stuff, right?
No.
Alright, I'm going to yeah, I'll just dodge. That's all I can do.
Okay.
Man, ridiculous.
Colin.
I'm gonna take my hammer.
He's immune. He's immune.
It may not be immune to bludgeoning. It may be immune to slashing. So let's find out.
It's
I
definitely
hit it
immune
with
to
a kick.
bludgeoning. Yeah. Alright, you hit it and your warhammer bounces straight off.
Bong.
Oh, that's right. You did hit it with a kick.
I guess you were sort of a little just knocked unconscious, so.
Yes, I was. I was more worried about other things. That's
Alright, it's 1d4 fire damage. The Bronze Scout's actually going to try and like sort of do this strange sort of flip. Seems to be like moving about on these like spikes that just turn around like a conveyor belt or something. So 1d4 fire, and then it'll make a dexterity check. Alright, it takes 2 fire damage, and it tries to use its turn to roll and put itself out. And it does.
But that's his action, right?
Yep. Alright, no Vendellen yet. Olacan.
It's dodge.
Okay. Math fan.
Okay, so I'm gonna get. Is that the crate that you mentioned? This
Yeah.
one? Or okay, so I'm gonna search the crate as an action.
Alright, well, you can open it up with interactive object. It's like being slashed and you just hoist it open. And there is 2 objects inside, as well as some other innocuous objects. So the ones that stand out is a nice looking rapier with a green blade and a potion that sort of looks like it's got a little like cloud swirling around inside of it.
Put those on.
You can
your
take
character sheet.
one item.
So a
this time.
rapier. I'm gonna grab the rapier.
All right.
And what does the potion? What does it look like? With
It,
cloud?
it has like a little like cloud swirling around inside of it, like a dark storm cloud.
And you said the rapier has some strange light in it, right?
No, it caught a glint, like reflected the light from your cantrip, like caught your eye, and upon looking at it, you can tell that the steel is adamantine.
Okay.
It's an adamantine rapier.
Would have been nice to have.
I don't even know if that thing is immune to it.
Probably not,
Rin.
but might be.
I'm going to. I'm gonna attempt to. I'm gonna attempt to grapple it.
Okay.
Grab a hold of it.
Give me an athletics check.
Nope.
It will try to dodge out of your way. But it
Oh my
doesn't.
god.
You grab it.
And normally if I had something grabbed, I'd try to get a knee in, but I know it wouldn't do anything but hurt my knee, so I'm not gonna do anything else.
Oh, you wouldn't be able to attack anyway. You use your action to grapple.
Well, isn't grapple
It's
considered an attack action?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd have to use it with a monk.
Grapple
weapon.
is an
Okay.
ability check. It's not an attack action.
Okay.
Colin.
Okay, I'm gonna take the disengage action. Bit. And then I'm going to cast. I don't know that this is gonna work, but
All right. It's going to make a wisdom save. And it works. It starts leaking this like oil as it churns away. Tuk, 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 tuk.
good.
The bronze scout is going to try and bite you in.
Yes.
And it just tries to wiggle free a little bit. All it can.
So just dodge it.
Okay. Nothing.
Okay. Can I grab the other potion now this turn as a free action?
Yep.
And can I drop things a free action too?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab the potion. I don't know if I know what it is by grabbing it.
No.
Okay, and I'm going to move over here. Plus 15. Going to move over here, drop the rapier underneath me, and cast Sacred Flame.
How much is your movement speed? I think you just
Oh,
moved
that's
like
right.
45
I think
feet
I
or
moved.
something.
Yeah, I think I moved too much. I moved 15 before.
You should be here.
No, no. Let me try that again. So I was here.
No, you're in this room over here. 30 feet would be in this square. Wait. This one.
Do you see my ruler?
This one where no, I don't see it. This one where I pinged is 30 feet. You can't move diagonal through walls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. 30 feet.
All right. So I'm going to dash
Okay.
over here and drop the rapier, and that's my turn.
All right. He drops a rapier in front of you all again. Rin.
Or anybody can get it, really. If they move around it.
Alright, I'm gonna use my action to try to shove it to the ground, like make it prone if it's possible.
Okay.
So athletics, I'm assuming.
It managed to sort of interpose itself, and as you try to like knock it prone, it uses these like jagged conveyor belt like legs to just flip itself back over.
Yeah, I still got a hold of it though.
Alright,
Colin.
I will have told the dead again.
Ooh, good roll.
It's,
Not if he does that, then
What
it's
is this?
0. Okay.
Alright, it's starting to go pretty crazy and snaps at you again, Rin.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days it's gonna crit.
That is a miss.
Oh my god, we're so lucky.
I'm getting very lucky here.
It's a plus 5 to hit.
I'll drop my rapier. Move over here, pick up the other one.
Okay.
And I can still attack then?
Yeah. Alright, you go to swing at it, and you end up just falling short with the attack, missing.
No.
Ah, fair.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on it.
It's like it's funny. We all have one thing we can do at first level.
It moves.
So
I guess the.
Dodges a Sacred Flame.
Ugh.
So I'm gonna move over here and start screaming again for help.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
I think what he wants to see if we can kill this thing.
To identify the potion, is that an action?
No, you can do it with interactive object. Take a sip of it.
Okay, I'll try that now.
It is a potion of lightning resistance. Very useful before fighting this thing.
Yeah. I found that out.
Ren just yells, "You had to touch it! You had to touch it, didn't you?" And I'm gonna try to push it down again.
Okay.
Oh, here he goes. So.
It is
Heck,
slippery.
Yeah, it is.
You
Oh, damn you! Go down!
Alright, here we go.
And
Man,
Nope.
spell just deflects off of it.
it's rolling so well.
It is, except on its attack rolls, so.
Oh, well, don't, damn, now you said it.
I know.
Alright, this is at you, and miss.
My God.
Oh, guys.
Alright, at the start
Having
of
to
this round, you hear the door opening. That's it.
Lunch is served. Knuckle sandwiches for all.
This guy.
Olacan.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my god,
Adamantine.
he's last. Oh, I guess you put him. This is the adamantine one.
It's a miss.
I'm
Oh,
trying
what
to
a
get down
shocker.
so you have advantage.
Yeah.
I
You can restrain it.
Sure.
You don't have to push it down.
I don't think I can.
Or is that only part of the feat?
It's only
You
part of
can't, you
the-
can't restrain it. No.
I
You,
mean, it's just the feat that you can do
yeah,
it? Okay.
You can use a feat to restrain yourself and it in a suplex style.
Okay, so I'm gonna move over here. To hand the potion to Olacan, is that an action or that's a free
Interactive
action?
object. You can.
Okay, so I hand him the potion of lightning resistance,
Right.
and I cast Sacred Flame
Okay.
on that thing.
Make sure you add that to your inventory, Olacan.
Oh my god, my damage is so bad.
Alright, it actually like falls on the bronze scout, but this reflective carapace gives it advantage with magic resistance, and for 15 misses, it dissolves around it.
Really?
Wow.
Yes,
Hey.
has magic resistance.
It has everything resistance.
It does.
Well, it has immunity to the.
Yeah.
Jesus
And
Christ! So
Dylan
what
comes
kills this?
downstairs and sort of looks around. Oh, why? This is amusing. This is entertaining. My money's on the Bronze Scout. And he uses Bardic Inspiration on the Bronze Scout.
No.
I can't believe that. Gotta be.
And then for his action, he just sits there with his arms crossed. Colin.
Let's see. This is the only thing. Okay.
Alright, you send another Toll of the Dead at it.
That's all I'm gonna do is toll that it did.
Jesus
Jeez.
Christ!
How many times does it crit on saves?
Well, at least it's not critting on attacks.
Yeah,
Let's-
that's true.
Rin.
Push it prone.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do again. Get down, damn it! Dang.
He's got inspiration now.
Oh man. This might
Here
be
we
it for
go,
me, guys.
Alright, it is going to attack you, Rin.
It's like
And it's going to use its inspiration. It's a D8.
oh
16.
It hits.
It bites you for 7 points of damage. As it clamps onto you with this beak-like jaw, it expels lightning and shocks you as well. Van Dellen chuckles. Amusing.
shit.
Olacan.
Stab this
Please
thing,
hit
brother.
it. Please hit.
I'm gonna ready in an action if he goes. No, doesn't work. I can't do two at once. Okay.
No, attack.
Alright, you get the adamantine rapier, Holocan, and you see all these gears and moving parts on the Bronze Scout, and you sort of just drive the rapier through where its neck would be, straight into the creature, and it just sort of sparks a little bit, and it's broken. It stops moving.
Oh my god! Thank God for that.
The adamantine rapier seems to be effective against it.
I guarantee you, if I thought we could kill this guy, I would say let's do it. But he would waste us.
Okay, so I'm gonna look into the haystack again.
Alright, Van Dellen comes, like, moving into the room as well. You guys get 50 XP each. And
So we have 160.
make
Yes.
an investigation check, Math Fan.
With guidance.
Yeah, I'm gonna get guidance soon. Let's see.
I don't think it'll stack, but
It doesn't. That I know of.
Yeah, it's not gonna stack. You're looking around, Math Fan, and you're not finding it.
11.
Nope.
What's going
Okay,
on
so
here?
Well, we were in the middle of cleaning, and well, we saw that this thing needed a bit of polishing, and we touched it, and it went crazy.
Yes. I was planning on taking that thing and using it as a guard dog, and now you've gone and broken it. But
Well,
I must say, I'm impressed. That thing is quite dangerous, and if you manage to destroy it on your own, well, it proves you have some value.
I would like to start checking itself to see if I can find out how it emitted lightning at us.
Make an investigation
Interested in
check.
that. Can you cast guidance on yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, you can. It's a concentration, but other than that, it's fine.
Because I'm gonna need the.
Can you
No
cast
idea.
super guidance on your
Oh
Life for
man,
90.
It is a mixture of like different parts, cogs, metal, wood, and iron. And you've got no idea how this thing operates.
Can I investigate it as well?
Sure.
There you go, boys.
oh, got a smart guy over here.
Alright.
I was a
Because I'm
researcher.
not.
Yeah, I know.
As far as you can tell, it's a very complex construct, and it emits the electrical charges through the spikes that it has lining the lower portion of its body. And you would imagine that magic has caused this creature to come to life or be animate.
Now I have to get this thing repaired.
Yeah, it's a complex robot. It shoots electricity. That's what I.
Which one of you are going to pay for this?
I'm gonna point at the guy.
Is it? How did it shoot lightning? It was from.
The spikes in for its legs. You suddenly just like look to the bow of the ship, and there's like a very strange creature just has teleported in, so it seems.
Jeez.
Great.
It sort of
Oh, what now?
looks strange. It has a very gaunt body, very thin, long ears, a wispy beard, tiny little green orbs for eyes, and these red glowing wings that have hooks on the end of them. And it just looks around. Takes a step forward. Seems to be like glowing blue as well. It has this strange quality to it.
I'll tap Vindalen's shoulder and kind of point. Do you know what that is?
It's your mama.
Oh, it looks nothing like my mother.
I don't know, what is it? Which one of you are responsible for this thing?
I'm gonna step outside to see what the whole thing is.
Where is it?
Oh my god, what
edges
the heck is
towards
that
you.
thing?
It's like edging towards, slowly just looking around. And you can make an Arcana check if you know. If you want to see if you know what it is or any lore about the creature.
It's a demon
Okay.
or a devil or something.
You've got no idea, all I can. You've got no
know
idea,
what?
math man.
I'll
10?
try just to see.
I'll cast Guidance on myself.
-1 and you beat us both. I have a 7.
I have a
Okay.
6.
Rin, you're not sure where you got this knowledge from. Perhaps you heard some Githyanki sort of murmuring about it or talking about one of them when you were like being captured and you're slipping in and out of consciousness. They are often found. So it's a Burbalang, and they're often found creeping across the petrified remains of dead gods adrift on the astral plane. They are obsessed with gathering secrets, both from gods they inhabit and dead creatures, particularly the bones of dead creatures. They can speak to the dead creatures and learn information from them. They never usually present themselves in their true form. In fact, they'll interpose a spectral duplicate of themselves to converse with the dead. They, despite how menacing they are, they're not particularly prone to sort of random violent attacks, although you can imagine anyone, if given a chance, they'd probably try and kill them, see what their dead soul has to offer in terms of knowledge.
One of you, do something about this thing.
Edges forward a little bit more.
Ugh,
I'm gonna grab
Get away
this
from me.
metal object
Alright, I'm gonna go
right in
around.
front of it.
I'll go around the table and see what everyone does one by one. And we'll start off with Olakan.
what is it? Is it a language that, by any chance, I speak?
Just wait. We're doing Olakan. Olakan first. It's not saying anything. No, it's just murmuring. Are you there? Alright, he's not even there. Alright, we'll just
Sorry,
presume.
you're asking for Nagum? I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Pete.
You.
Sorry.
What do you do? How do you react?
I don't know. I'm nervous of these things.
Okay.
Nervous of everything.
Alright, you stand there nervously.
Yeah, nervous is good.
Rin.
I know they like dead creatures, like their bones and whatnot. I know this isn't exactly a creature. And yeah, I was gonna grab one of the dead Krothiks and just like toss it in front of them, like, oh, there you go, have fun.
Alright. It doesn't
Just
seem
back
at all
away.
interested in the Kruthic.
Oh fuck.
And it just starts gazing around. Mathfan, what do you do?
Since I do not understand what it is or what it's saying, I start stepping away.
Okay. And Colin.
I'm gonna grab this thing and toss it out in front of it.
Okay. It doesn't seem interested in the Bronze Scout and what knowledge that it has to offer because it's a construct. And it just swipes the Bronze Scout out of the way. And then it moves into attack.
Ah, shit.
I should have removed all these other creatures.
Okay, here we go. What would it be interested?
Alright,
you know who
it
would be
like-
interested in?
It goes to like leap off the ground, almost sort of like flying at you guys. And Vandellan is up first. He immediately takes a battle stance.
Goddamn stowaways!
And he's going to use Dissonant Whispers on it.
Piss off the way you came from.
The Burbalink fails. Takes 9 psychic damage, and it uses its reaction to fly to the back of the ship. All the way to the back.
Clean up. And by clean up, I mean clean up.
And he points to that thing. And he moves back. Rin.
I can just barely see it.
Where'd it go?
It flew to the back, as far away as it can, to up in the bow near the rafters.
I've moved 25 feet, so I'll have 5 feet left. I'm gonna throw a dart at it, and this will be at disadvantage because of the distance. The dart is the same as a dagger, right? Like 20-60?
Yep.
Okay. Disadvantage on the dart.
It hits. For 5 piercing damage.
You kill it
Nice
instantly.
shot.
And then I'll use the rest of my 5 feet to get to here. And that's my turn.
Mathman.
I'm gonna ready an action, so if it gets closer around here, maybe, I'm gonna shoot it with an arrow.
Okay. Alright. The Burbaling, it flies forward straight at you, Rin, taking the dash action.
Gonna shoot it then.
Okay.
Go for it.
It's a crit
Good shot.
for
Alright.
13.
That's a very well placed crossbow bolt. It sends the
Very
Burbaling sort
well
of spinning
played.
around a little bit, but it doesn't sort of really show that it's experiencing pain or anything. It just comes towards Rin with the same menacing glare on its face. Colin.
And I will attack it
That's a
and miss.
All it can.
Just, there are a lot of tens
You miss.
the last little bit.
Alright,
I
Van
know what it
Dalen
is.
backs up.
I'm checking above deck. Take care of this thing. There may be more.
And he runs upstairs.
More?
Giving you bardic inspiration before he goes, Mathvan.
Okay.
The D8. Rin.
Alright, let's come around with the short sword on it. I swing and miss so badly. And I'll use the momentum to continue around and try to hit it with the elbow.
That hits. For 4 bludgeoning damage.
So close. It's not gonna get to attack us. Method Man's about to take him out.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot it again. The crossbow. And gonna use my bardic inspiration just to be safe.
Okay, it's a D8.
D8.
$17
That is a hit.
Nice.
for
You
9.
Headshot it, and when you do, it just disappears. The entire creature vanishes, leaving behind not a trace.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Seb. For a second, I thought you were gonna say it's gonna explode.
Wow.
Well, I starting to hate this place. So many dangers.
Since I already searched here, go ahead.
Magic item under the hay over there that we haven't found? Or was that just a magical device that got that Owen?
I'm gonna start my ritual again.
Okay. Do you guys just want to wait around for that?
I want to go in here and have we check this room out?
A
I
little
want to
bit.
check the crates, the table, the barrels.
All right. Well, these barrels are full of water, and so are these ones. The other barrels here and here are empty. The sacks contain foodstuffs. There is just innocuous objects like to do with cooking on this table, and the crates are filled full of ropes, lots and lots of ropes, and among the ropes is a grappling hook.
Yes.
And a climber's kit.
Take that. Oh, take that too.
That'll come in handy. I will give that to the most dexterous person.
Alright, well, climbing's kit is actually probably better for someone who is not dexterous, because you don't need to use an ability check to climb with that.
Okay.
Well, the grappling hook, on the other hand, then yeah, it can be useful for someone. But yeah, it's strength based. So 10 minutes goes by, and then you get your ritual off, Math Van, and that allows you to locate the item very quickly. It is a very nice looking ring with a little shield sent to the keystone. It's definitely, well, 100% magical. You've already discerned that. There are tiny little amethyst gems set into the shield of the keystone.
Okay, gonna grab the ring.
Okay. You hear Van Dalen call out again.
Do I know what it is, or?
No, you need to identify it.
Yeah, I don't have the materials yet. It's
You can
really expensive.
use a
I have
short
the spell,
rest.
but not the material.
You
Huh?
can use a short rest to identify magic items.
Okay, I'm gonna try that as soon as possible. If I would recommend doing a short rest right now, but if
Van Dalen
there's
yells at
something
you
else
guys
going on, okay.
To get up above deck. Get up here!
Just resignedly walk forward. I mean, I'm not gonna run, but I will go up there.
You head up, and it doesn't look like you had any trouble above deck here. But you do see something else. There it is. And as you look over, you see the most magnificent sight. There is what looks like to be a couple of dozen other of these floating ships, all flying in to a large creature of gargantuan proportions. It sort of vaguely resembles an insect or a spider. There are red dragons flying around, and these floating towers surrounding the giant creature. The giant creature itself shimmers with 10,000 lights. It's Tunarath. Isn't she a beauty? As you approach.
Oh,
Sorry.
whoa, goodness.
Alright, this is the map. It's color coded for all the different districts you'll see there. Military district, Astral Shipyard, the Queen's district, the Market district, the Glath district, District of Discards, and the Dragon Caves, This token will represent where you are on the map. As you fly in to this city, it is on the body of a dead god. You see a vast metropolis of very closely packed houses of all sorts of heights. It's truly too much to take in with a single glance. You see the ship stop and pass through like a checkpoint, and you see these like floating checkpoints around the city. You come into the bottom left arm of Tunorath to see the metropolis and a castle floating above where the head of the dead god would have been.
Oh wow.
But you guys head somewhere not
We're
so
not
nice.
going there.
You fly into what looks like a junkyard. And how much XP do you guys have?
Enough to get to level 2 now. What you're going to tell us.
160
What did we-
before the fight with the burbling.
You guys get 100 and yeah.
Before the fight with the construct too, right?
No, we
Did we
I don't
get
know, did
XP?
we get
Did we?
XP for that?
Yes, I believe you should have. It was 50.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
we got it.
we did.
All right,
We
you
did
guys
not
get
get
140 XP each. That should put you on 300.
Yep.
which puts us at next level, right?
Go ahead and take a long rest and level up to level 2. The magic ring is a ring of protection. And we'll end the session here with you guys approaching Tunorath. Ring of protection does this. You guys can decide who wants to take it. You can attune to it as well. Take the long rest now and level up. You'll be able to take, you haven't actually taken a long rest yet, but go ahead because you'll be taking a long rest pretty soon into next session. And we'll pick it up here in the astral shipyards. Sorry, the district of discards.
Look at all these. I see the Millennium Falcon. Awesome.
So, who's going to be your tank?
Said they were taking paladin levels.